What's up, everybody? It's the NiceGuyAndy podcast. You know what we do. We talk to wrestlers this Thursday night. And, we're having a nice show here. I got my co-host, Superfly Johnny Lee, with me.
What's up?
Take it over, Johnny.
To my left, we have Harry Ginsberg of Big Kahuna Hawaiian BBQ. What's up, Harry?
What up?
And to my right, you know him, the man, the myth, the legend, LOBO ŌKAMI. What's up, Lobo?
How's it going, everybody?
How you been?
I've been living. How are you?
Yeah, we heard about you and Big John Gilbert just a month ago.
Was that already
Tearing up together. Yeah, it's already been a month.
Jeez.
Time flies when you're having fun. Who's that?
It didn't feel like it's been a month since I've worked Big John, but all right.
Yeah, I tell you what, when we first heard about it, we wanted to check it out. Y'all are two big guys. Y'all going at it like monsters out of that ring.
Yeah, we were. I was trying to get as much out of him as I could.
I hear that.
For him to be such a big guy, I wanted a little more.
Is that right?
That's right.
I guarantee it.
I look for fights when I go in.
He'll be watching, so he'll.
I hope so. I hope when next time we get in there, I hope he's like, brother, I took offense to what you said on that podcast. I'm gonna whoop your ass now.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I hope so too. Hey, Zodiac, if you're paying attention, Lobo still wants that match with you.
Absolutely. It'll happen one day, Zodi. Don't worry, baby.
Oh, I know this guy, Drew Dillinger. I can't believe he took him on too.
Oh, you took on Drew?
You guys are so, you're behind. This match happened so long ago. We should watch the Bev. Me and Bev doing hardcore.
Oh, we definitely going to check that out
gotta
too.
Slip that one on, that one. Now, this one, I like this match with Drew because, this was one of those... I think this one was shortly after the Aaron Williams match. So this, that was two big matches there back-to-back for me. And, Drew, when I started training again in 2020, really pushed me and really helped me learn how to be a big man. So, when we did the benefit show for Chad, this was a Stroke Sucks Eggs show, Chad said, I want you to do a street fight with Drew Dillinger. And I said, okay, I can do that. And he said, no, I don't want you to do anything crazy. I don't want you guys to go out there and kill yourselves. And we looked at each other and said, all right, so we're going to go out there and kill ourselves, right? And that's what we did. Drew really pushed me in this match. He pushed me in training. I'm very grateful for Drew Dillinger and what he helped me, how he helped me learn to be a big man early on in my career.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, we're big fans of Drew Dillinger. We were going to have him on the show a year ago, but he was unable to, so he had to reschedule. But we definitely going to be getting him in too.
Mm-hmm.
That's about around the time his car got smashed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
His car was sitting on the road, and somebody just smashed into it and totaled it like crazy.
And he's had a year of problems because he's still out. He's not medically cleared to wrestle right now. But yeah, Harry, let us know what made you start up Big Kahuna Hawaiian BBQ.
Growing up in California, there was a lot of Hawaiian barbecue chains. And can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. And I had lived here for probably 8-9 years and just could not find one, and did a couple, years in the restaurants in Lexington and kind of learned a lot and was able to really scrape something together during COVID. I had a lot of time to think and plan, and everything seemed to just work out perfectly. And I couldn't ask for a better place or better staff and better customers. I mean, everything's awesome.
Yeah, the food is delicious over there.
Thank you.
I still haven't tried a Big Kahuna burger, but I want to, though. The food is delicious over. I think the last time I was over there, I think I had the spam sandwich.
Yeah,
spam and egg sandwich. Oh my God, it was so good.
That's brave of you. Everybody's scared of that.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. I had a good time over there. Me and you and my wife sit there and talk forever.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to have to come down there and try it.
Oh, it's delicious, man. You guys out there, if y'all are in Lexington, go over to Liberty and Winchester Road there. Big Kahuna barbecue right there. Hawaiian barbecue is right there. Go upstairs there and get a big Kahuna burger, grab some of their barbecue, just get over there and get some of that food because Harry's like he's got it going on over there.
Yeah, let us know if you were recommended by Nice Guy Andy.
Yeah, Nice
That's
Guy Andy
right.
podcast will send you over there.
Dang straight, we'll send you over there.
So
So, Lobo, who trained you?
I was trained. I trained with Larry D in 2018, and then I had to step away from the business for a little bit. When I came back, I started training at the arena in Southern Indiana. I was under Ronnie Roberts and Too Tough Tony. So I've had a couple different people there with their hands in my training and everything. I like to think that right now I'm still I'm training under like guys like Carrie Awful now, just through being at different shows with them and getting to pick their brains and stuff. So being around guys like that, Carrie, Shug D, Bobby Beverly, like they're all great locker room leaders that have helped me become the wrestler that I am today.
hell yeah.
I can see it.
So is this Grindhouse?
No, this was a benefit show that was done for Chad French after he had his stroke.
Okay.
So this was it's done where Grindhouse does their shows, but there are a lot of places, a lot of people that run out of the arena. Like that's where Paradigm does their tapings for Fight. And
So Paradigm is over there too.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think really
We've heard a lot about Paradigm that Peyton Bowman, that referee Peyton Bowman loves them. He says that they're just so awesome. We haven't got a chance to get up there to watch them though yet. But we want to go to all these shows, but we don't get a chance to get up there because it's like we're always doing this show, and then we try to get up there. We try to go to the local shows here, like we're going to be at EWA here Saturday night, and then we're going to be down in Lawrenceburg on Sunday. We try to get down to UCW down close to Tennessee down there. Those guys, Ultimate Wrestling Championship. Ultimate Championship Wrestling down there. Terry England. He's been in the business since '97, so they've been in. You wrestled for them yet?
No, I've not really done anything in Kentucky since I've come back.
They do shows in Tennessee too. They do a lot of fair stuff too, don't they? They go to all the fairs.
They're right now running the fair tour.
So they work with TCW and USWF. They're all kind of like team up together, and they put on like a bunch of fair shows. It's really a great show. We went down to Caverna last year.
This year.
This year, and a few months ago, and the place was packed. It was so nice.
Fair shows always bring out. Because you've got everyone that's there for the show or for the fair anyway, and then they hear that there's wrestling going on.
Well, this wasn't a fair show that we went to. We went down to Caverna. It was like
the Caverna show was at a
elementary school
at a city hall gym.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it was huge. Like they had a huge. We went down there and everybody treated us like. In Lexington, people don't even know who we are, but we get down to these shows and people know who we are. They treated us really good.
We had fans coming up asking us to sign autographs. We had little kids coming up having us sign shirts.
Yeah,
it was like we were celebrities down there.
It's kind of nice being able to be anonymous in your own city.
It is kind of.
I have the same problem where as soon as I get to the arena and people start showing up, and I love it. Like I love seeing fans from the time that they get there till the time that I leave. But then it's really nice still being able to walk around a Walmart and be like, okay, I'm not going to be recognized here.
Exactly.
That's right.
But knowing that just 150 miles or 300 miles one way or another, I might be recognized there.
Oh, definitely.
So,
yeah.
Now, you were saying that you all haven't had a chance to come to Paradigm. I see the UFC stuff on the wall.
Uh-huh.
Next Friday, June 9th, I'm fighting Tom Lawler.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
For Paradigm at one of their... We're doing a taping for Fight, next part of the Magnum Opus series.
Okay.
I believe that's going to be in episode 1. It's for the Heavy Hitters title, Portal to Pain match. So it's a best 3 out of 5 doors. I don't want to say I jumped Tom at the end of the last taping after he had won the Heavy Hitters belt. He hit me first.
Okay.
So I had to put him through the door, stake my claim to his belt, trying to show, now it's my time.
Hell yeah. Big match then Friday up in up in Indiana. Is it Indiana?
It is. It's Jeffersonville, Indiana.
Jefferson,
at the
Indiana.
arena.
At the arena.
That's only an hour away from us.
Oh yeah, we'll try to get up.
Oh, Big John Gilbert's in here. He said, "What's up, guys? Hey, Big John. Look who's inside studio with us. Lobo ŌKAMI. Remember him?
Hi, John.
Lobo said you was soft as a feather.
Soft as a feather, brother.
He did, John. He said you were soft.
Yeah, he said that you're never gonna get one of those brownies now that he's in the studio.
He said just for you, John. He's gonna make sure that no matter what burger you go to, he's gonna have all the brownies. Yeah, Whataburger.
Yeah, he has a big story about Whataburger and their brownies down there, and they screwed him out of. So everybody's probably thinking why Harry and Lobo are here together. You guys are old friends.
Harry was my boss.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty crazy how it worked out, but for, I guess, the fans, Andy had come in to eat with his wife, and we got to talking and kind of figured out what he does on the podcast and what it's about, and I just clicked in my brain that I know a wrestler, so I texted Lobo and asked him if he'd want to be interested in coming, and he I guess he had already heard about the show, so it was like fate. So here we are now, but he used to work for me at a local restaurant here in town, and I wouldn't say he worked for me. I was just his supervisor or his manager, but good times and good guy, solid guy.
So Big Kahuna is your place. Is it the first restaurant that you owned?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you've managed other restaurants in town.
Yeah, I've never been over an entire restaurant before. I've always been, like some sort of kitchen manager or sous chef or something like that.
Yeah.
But you're around it long enough and you pay attention, you kind of learn how things operate. I worked for anybody that's local. You guys might know Cole's or Epping's. It's a small little restaurant group here in Lexington.
Yeah.
Super good people, but they taught me a lot, and I took it and moved on and was able to do what I do.
Yeah, so like you just kind of just said, hey, was it during COVID? Like you said, COVID was a big part of it.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember, but when they were doing the furloughs and quarantine during COVID.
Yeah.
I had been laid off or furloughed, so temporary layoff.
Yeah. And
then brought back, and then it happened again, and then after the second one, it was time to do something different,
Yeah.
And ever since, say 2013, 14, I always wanted to open something around the Hawaiian barbecue food.
Yeah. And it's going over good. I mean, I don't like usually barbecue around Lexington doesn't do very good because
That's weird, isn't it?
I know you'll see a barbecue place go up and then it's gone. But you've been over there pretty long and you're doing really good over there.
Yeah, we're over 2 years now. And, and I find that odd. I mean, Kentucky is a barbecue state.
Yeah,
and
Mexican restaurants thrive here.
Goodness.
There's like one on every corner, but they're good. There's some really good ones.
Yeah, there really is.
And then like you have the Big Kahuna barbecue over there, and it's like I drove by there several times wanting to, and finally we got to stop in there, and I was so impressed, with y'all's food, and your menu is like incredible. And what was the thing we had there? You had some kind of dessert there that we ate.
Maybe a lava cake?
No, it was a brownie. Was it a banana bread thing that you had?
Yeah. So my girlfriend makes those.
Yeah.
Not anymore, but at the time we were doing chocolate chip banana bread.
Yep, that's what it was. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's like heated up with some butter, man, and that was fucking delicious, dude. That was so good.
Everything's better with butter.
Yeah. You're a big foodie, right?
Yeah.
Hey, food's great.
So what's your favorite thing to eat over there? I know you brung yourself some food. You didn't share with us, but that's okay. We won't.
Okay, we're nice guys.
I feel like a douche.
Yeah. We thought you was too when you came in with the food.
Yes, we did.
It's like what this guy coming in with all his food, big old guys like us sitting over here,
Yeah.
But
we're all big guys.
My favorite thing there, it changes when you're there all the time. You almost get tired of it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. But I'm sure you're in there trying to make up some new stuff.
Yeah, I honestly I like the menu where it's at, and everybody seems to like it. There's a couple things that don't sell great, but it is what it is, and we might add some things later, change it up. But My favorite thing at the moment is probably the katsu plate. It's a breaded pork cutlet with a bunch of our sauce and rice and macaroni.
Oh, it sounds delicious. Sounds
It
good.
really
Yeah.
does.
I haven't ate today, so I was like,
Next
But
podcast,
tell us,
give me a shout and I'll bring you guys some food.
tell us about the Big Kahuna Burger, because you had the Big Kahuna Burger. This is
Yeah.
famous from Pulp Fiction, the movie Pulp
Oh,
Fiction.
Yep.
And
I
so you
don't-
just decided to make your own big. And
Yeah.
Big Kahuna is it?
It's something to where it's easy for people to remember.
Yeah.
So, almost everybody on the planet has seen Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
And Big Kahuna Burger is kind of an iconic thing.
Yeah.
And when I was coming up with the name for it, I was gonna do something really stupid like Harry's Hawaiian or Happy Hawaiian or something
Yeah.
like that. But
Yeah.
a guy I used to work for way back when, he always said that if you want to have a successful restaurant, everyone has to remember the name.
Yeah.
And that was something I thought people would remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we got a lot of fans of Pulp Fiction that
Yeah.
come in.
You got a big mural
Yes, we
of
do.
Samuel L. Jackson on the wall over
Yes,
there.
we do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's you guys. You got to go over there. Just,
Yes, they
I mean,
do.
for the food. The food is you got to go there for the food. But then you go over there and you go in this place and you see this big mural on the wall of Samuel L. Jackson's face, and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm in love with this place.
John
Like-
Gilbert asked any food
Yep.
you have.
I was about to say it.
What is it?
Any food challenges, John Gilbert said.
So we have one that nobody has attempted yet.
What is it?
We have spam masubis,
Go on.
which they're about this big, like
they
a
are.
playing card, like a deck of cards.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And we want to try and get somebody to start the record of how many somebody can eat.
Okay.
And then whoever can come in.
There we go. We got
Hey,
Lobo
Lobo.
over there. We
Hey,
can.
Lobo.
Hey, we'll
Hey,
come
Big
over there.
Daddy.
We'll bring the podcast
Yeah.
over there, and we'll film you doing it.
we'll come
And
film
I
it.
think 12 to 15 is probably a good start. It's a lot of rice and a lot of spam, so a lot of salt.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's pretty
yeah.
it's pretty dense.
Heart attack
I
Yeah.
was
waiting to happen.
And
On
how
the-
long at the time?
If you.
Yeah, how long? How
I've seen
long?
worse.
What on the top?
How long? Like how many pieces of that?
Oh, hopefully it's gonna be whoever can eat the most. So like, let's say
Oh, so
Lobo.
there's no time limit?
No,
That's what I'm asking.
no. As long,
Oh,
maybe Lobo
okay.
eats 15 of them. The next guy would have to beat 15.
Yeah.
Well, this just
Yeah.
in. John Gilbert said, Lobo, take the challenge. I'll beat Lobo's record.
Oh. Big John says he's gonna beat your record over there
We're
eating.
gonna have to figure something out. 'cause
I'm sh-
before
Yeah.
I came over here, I was telling people, I was like, listen, I don't know if you've ever heard of this place or been there, but they've got this great little snack called spam masubi. And they say, what is it? And I'm just like, it's rice, spam, and seaweed. It's just
perfect.
It's perfect. What else do you need? Can I have a sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, what's the sauce? What kind of sauce is it?
You can have whatever you want.
Oh, there's your barbecue sauces.
So
I want the two.
sweet soy sauce comes on it,
Uh-huh.
and then we also have like spicy mayo, chili sauce, and then we have a Hawaiian barbecue sauce as well.
Oh wow, I want to. Yeah,
I want all of those.
I need to go over there and eat more. I need to eat there more, guys.
Or
We
you
got-
can do the
We
Nathan's
need
hot
to
dogs
pack
challenge.
Big Kahuna burger, Big Kahuna barbecue soon. We all the podcast customers and fans need to come over there and pack that place, and we'll go over there and have a big old eat fest over there someday.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly believe I can eat 15 of those in an hour.
Yeah,
You'd
I'm just
feel it
saying.
after.
in an hour. He's not
that's
putting the
fine.
limit
I
on
feel like
himself.
We should just set it at an hour.
I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
shit all the time anyway. What's
Yeah,
15
exactly.
Spam masubi gonna do to me?
Exactly. Don't go for 16. Fuck it.
I mean, I feel like 15 would be almost the minimum.
Yeah. Okay, we got the big challenge going on.
Yeah,
Big
that's
Kahuna.
the big challenge.
I want to call it Big Kahuna Burger, but Big Kahuna Hawaiian barbecue over there.
The Big Kahuna Challenge.
Yes, sir.
And John Gilbert's already said, if Lobo does it, he'll come and he'll do it too.
And he'll beat it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You'll
He's
come
already
too,
said
John? We'll set this up. Maybe it's a versus.
I think he's going to be in Texas this weekend because he says he's going to.
We don't got to do it this weekend, but we'll set it up like soon. We'll have we'll come over there with the podcast. We'll do a live, and we'll have you versus Big John
Yeah.
Who can
Gilbert.
eat the most? Yeah.
So you can eat the most in that hour.
I
Like
believe that
face off,
actually be
face
the
off.
sign
Yes.
right there.
I'll even offer a $100 prize.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Uh-oh.
That was all.
Tries to get laid down.
There we go. We'll do it live on Facebook and YouTube.
You hear that,
Twitch.
John Gilbert? There's a $100 prize.
And all the spam you can take home.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, you're taking it home in your belly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, he's the one that's asked And he's the one that said
We'll definitely have to make this work. So, Lobo, were you wrestling in Ohio a lot? Missouri, you said?
I'm licensed in Missouri.
Yeah.
I haven't been out there to wrestle just yet.
Yeah.
But licensed there in Alabama. I wrestle a lot in Tennessee.
Yeah.
I'm doing like every other weekend down at TWE on Saturday nights in the TWE arena, and then Fridays,
Where's TWE out of?
That's out of Red Bank, Tennessee. So just down there in Chattanooga.
Okay.
Yeah.
Close to Chattanooga.
Yeah, and then doing Paradigm, of course, on the Friday tapings that we do, and then been doing Retinal out of that's like a traveling thing.
Uh-huh.
Like we're doing shows in Birmingham and Nashville right now, and that's on Sundays.
Yeah.
That's actually like a really cool thing that they're doing, because they're doing hardcore music in between wrestling shows.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a block party type atmosphere.
So you have like a match, and then y'all have a concert kind of.
Yeah. So what they did, we were down at No Quarter in Nashville. It's like with a tiki bar.
Yeah.
Connected to it, so it's a tiki bar and it's a pinball arcade, and so we put a ring just right there in the parking lot in front of the bar on Main Street.
Oh, so outside.
Outside, yeah. People are driving down Main Street,
Heck
up and
yeah.
down, and there's wrestling happening right on the corner. And I mean, we packed probably 150, 200 people just right there and in that area. And so it got rained out midway through, but the idea was to do hardcore band before, wrestling show 1, a couple hardcore bands in between, wrestling show 2, and then another hardcore band, and like people can,
That sounds great. That sounds fun.
It was so fun. Like,
Yeah.
we were supposed to have clear weather the whole day.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, after the first show, the first wrestling bit got done, we got like maybe midway through that intermission there, rain came in, it started to lightning, so we decided to cancel that, try again the next time. I don't know if the next time we're in Nashville, if it's going to be that type of situation again.
Yeah.
But when we're in Birmingham, we're in a recording studio that has a space that they shoot music videos in
Okay.
for hardcore bands. So we do...
And y'all wrestle in there.
Yeah, set up the ring in there, do the show, break the ring down real quick so the
That's
fans
cool,
can
man.
get in and set up. And then they've got, a few arcade machines in there and stuff too. So that's like, they're doing really fun party type shows. They're trying to do something different.
Sounds like you're going to a lot of really cool places that try to think outside the box with this wrestling stuff.
Yeah, that was one thing that I really liked about Retinal, which is run, I'm trying to think. It's some guys out of Tennessee and some guys out of Alabama kind of coming together with the same creative vision to say, okay, we know a lot of people that do music, and we used to run music shows.
Yeah.
We used to run wrestling shows. Why not? We've got a lot of overlapping fans.
Yeah.
Why not bring it together?
That's what we've been trying to tell everybody around here is because especially if you're going to do if you're going to put your show on like YouTube or something like that, you ought to have original music because you'll get copyright hit if you try to put your stuff on there. So bring some of the local musicians in together with the local independent wrestlers, and then the independent food people come in too. We'll all have a big old meeting together, and we'll have some fun.
They bring food trucks in. They serve drinks out of the bars there. That one time that we were there in Nashville was really great. Hopefully we'll go back and do it again with No Quarter. I think that they really enjoyed it. I hope I'm not speaking out of turn or speaking for them.
Yeah.
But I think that will be something that happens again down the line.
And you said this is in Nashville.
That was in Nashville.
Yeah.
And
Nashville's
Nashville
cool
and
anyway.
Birmingham. Yeah. Downtown Nashville, it's such an experience in itself.
And it's not very far from here. What is it, 3 or 4 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very far.
I think it's 3.5 actually.
Yeah.
Last time, but after stopping a couple times and everything, of course, it's 4
people sleep on Nashville a lot. Nashville's really cool.
Really do.
It is,
Yeah.
What is I don't know a whole lot about wrestling, but is there a mecca of wrestling in the country? Is there a certain city that is known for wrestling?
like they say that Georgetown used to be really big here
Yes,
back in the
Georgetown, Kentucky.
yeah.
Okay.
And then like you got a lot of big wrestler organizations in Texas. Ohio's got a lot of nice. What do you think, Lobo?
I think so. If you're looking at independent wrestling, it's almost like the territories.
Yeah.
Like you've got the Midwest scene, which doesn't include Chicago. I don't feel like, because the Chicago scene is so big.
It's
Yeah.
on its own kind of deal.
Yeah,
There's a
like-
lot of people. There's a lot of wrestling organizations up there in Chicago.
Yeah, there's so many. So Chicago's kind of like its own
Chicagoland is
thing.
actually he's Chicagoland. John Barnard.
John Bullock.
John Bullard
Yeah.
has called into the podcast a couple times.
Yeah. So that, then there's like the Midwest scene. I give the South like its own
Okay.
designation.
Yeah.
Like Georgia, Alabama,
Mississippi,
Yeah.
which Tony Presley used to wrestle down. And is it Mississippi?
Mhm.
Mississippi. He used to wrestle down in Mississippi a lot, and that's where New South Wrestling came from. There was down there was a NWA affiliate, and then he ended up buying it because he was wrestling there, and then the owner ended up selling it to him, and he brought it to Lexington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know that. That's the way that I think about the indies. And then you have like GCW, who's like the top
Yeah.
indie, like they're the number
Yep.
3 or 4 company in the country. So
I actually see it as the independent territories as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
independent
Because
territories,
just
like yeah.
territory days.
yeah, because I mean we've got guys.
Wrestling's
that
so
are,
big right now.
Yeah,
it's
like-
huge right now.
there are guys that have been wrestling out here for 7, 8, 9, 10 years that are just now getting to go and break into the West Coast scene.
Wow.
So the West Coast has its own scene where they've got their own stars, and the guys that get real big there come and they get to do the GCWs.
A lot of those guys go over to
Prestiges,
Japan.
Yeah.
Japanese love wrestling.
Yeah, Japan's
Yeah.
got
They do.
big organizations there. Like it's pretty big there. The Japanese guys
New
are
Japan,
crazy.
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Alex Zane is from Lexington. He's a big star in Japan.
Really.
Yeah, I actually work with his cousin. He was telling me that he used to wrestle too, and I was like, "Come on the podcast, we'll talk about it." But I'm trying to make Alex Zane in here so many times, but he just like he comes in town for a couple of days, and then he's in Japan, like
Look at
being
that, referee
big time.
Peyton
So
Bowman.
busy.
Yeah. There's Peyton Bowman. Yeah.
Yep, one of the hardest working referees. But yeah, New Japan Pro Wrestling is pretty big up there. A lot of the guys that wrestle here, that's their goal to try to go to Japan.
So you started in 2018, and then you took some time off. Is it because of injury or because of just
That
pandemic
was,
or something? Or?
No, it was pandemic is actually what got me back into wrestling.
Yeah.
It was a financials and life type situation. So there was stuff going on. We got past that. And then when the world shut down and everyone
Yeah.
was brought down to my level,
Yeah.
then I was like, okay, well, this is a pretty good opportunity since no one's working. Like,
Yeah.
you're only working.
I'm gonna go back
if
to
you're an
training.
essential worker right now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have shit else to do. Like, why not? I feel like I can do it.
Yeah.
So when
That's the pandemic started the podcast because I was like,
Oh, did it really?
yeah, I was
Yeah,
bartending.
it did.
I was bartending at Thoroughbreds Restaurant. I told
yeah.
you that.
Lacetown Road.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thoroughbreds Restaurant's greatest, some of the best food in town, guys. If you get over to the Thoroughbreds, those guys are just so delicious. I used to Friday and Saturday night. I was the bartender there. Loved working there. Loved being a bartender. It was like I was on the stage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that was my stage, and I was just like, and then like it went from one of the biggest nights that we had at that. We had a great chef. We had me back behind the bar. We had like 3 really good waitresses. We had done the best they had ever done at that. We'd make the best money that night. And then like the next day was like pandemic started. And it was like, oh my God, what the hell happened? And then I was like, all of a sudden being behind the bar doing my little thing with the fucking drinks, man, and talking to the customers and just entertaining everybody. It went from that to like running stuff out the door to cars, and people were still like tipping us good and stuff, but it's like, this isn't what I signed up to
Yeah.
do. So
It's a different job.
I bought some podcast equipment. Took me freaking forever to get the podcast equipment, and then I finally got it, and I was like, what am I going to do? My son, my oldest son, he's 22. He's like, we both like wrestling. Let's just let's just watch wrestling and talk about it while it's going on. And we sat down in my basement in my house. He actually lived downstairs in my basement. He had moved out with his girlfriend, and I took his old room and I just blacked it completely out, made a studio out of it, and we had some good times down there. And then I moved it to another business with my wife has, and she had a back room there. And they started using the podcast room as a break room. So I was like, I can't do this. I can't. Y'all coming in, y'all moving my cameras and using my mics and stuff. I got to get out of here. So I found this place. And then we started, we went from being a pay-per-view watch party to actually having, I got with me and Sean started interviewing people. And we had Lemon Juice McGee come in, and we've had Adrian Alexander, we've had Scott Diamond, we've had a lot of Kentucky guys around here. We've had Enzo Amore on the show.
So you guys have been rolling for 3 years?
We've been doing it 3 years, but we've been at this location right now. We've been doing the interviews for about a year now.
Okay.
Because I couldn't get anybody, during the pandemic, I couldn't get anybody to come in my house or come and
Everybody was scared.
do live interviews, and I didn't want to do it seemed like the podcast grew bigger, but everybody was doing the over the internet interviews, and I just didn't want to do one like that. I just wanted to be in person with the guest, and we can get better with the cameras and stuff, and hopefully we will at some point. But I produced the show, just producing, and I didn't know what to do with the podcast. I didn't know how to do it. I just got some equipment. I'm like, I got to learn how to stream now. So I kind of self-taught myself.
Yeah, you're killing it.
Yeah, and then we've got our impression last 28 days where we've been reaching 1 million people.
Wow,
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
I don't know if 1 million people's watching, but we reached that many people, and we've had almost 80,000 engagements. Like the people just click on the watch and see what we're up to. The show may be a little long; it's a 2-hour show, but I don't know.
Hey, Bob Blake just came in. He said, NiceGuyAndy has been my favorite podcast to be a guest on.
Yeah. So Bobby Blade, he's an old school wrestler. He came on the
Long
podcast. He wasn't even in wrestling. He wasn't doing anything with wrestling. And we invited him to come over, and he got back into talking about wrestling. And then all of a sudden he got back into
He's back in wrestling.
Back in
Been
wrestling.
back tour.
I love that guy.
He's commentating.
Us
Bobby Blade, you know Bobby Blade?
Yeah, I met
He-
Bobby at PTW.
He comes in and he does commentating for people now, and he's back in the business, and we take that as a part of that we've done something. We brung Bobby Blade back to wrestling. So
What's funny is that
Did the
Sean knew him
impossible.
first.
He did the impossible.
we did the impossible because he was
Exactly.
He was
when
out.
he was done, and then we got him in here and we talked to him, and he loved it, and then we got Scott Diamond to come in here and talk to him, and they sit here for 4 hours of talking.
4 hours and 13 minutes to be exact.
4 hours and 13 minutes.
I will say this: when I found out 2 hours, I thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
But it's already been 35 minutes.
Oh, it goes really
That's-
fast.
That's insane.
When Anthony Presley
It
first came on,
flies by.
yeah, when Anthony Presley first come on, he was like, "Man, it's 2 hours. I'm gonna only be about 45 minutes." He sat down and I told him, we just kept bullshitting and talking, and he had so much fun. We looked up at 2 hours. I was like, "We've been here 2 hours." He said, "No way, we ain't been here 2 hours." So he sat there for 2 hours, and
3 hours with Tony when he first came on.
so we did 3 hours with Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did 3 hours with him the first time he
Or
come
3
on.
and a
So
half.
yeah,
The first time.
it doesn't seem like a lot. It's a lot for it's more for the fans.
Yeah, no one's gonna sit there for 2 hours.
No, they're not going to sit there for 2 hours, but we clip up some of the shots and we
Yeah.
send them out as clips and stuff. So, but
There's
like
some
I
guys
said,
that do 4 hours.
yeah. But like I said, the first hour is kind of like us getting to know each other and
Yeah.
telling each other the story.
And then
Then the
second
second hour seems to be more laid back and everybody gets into their seats and then just kicks back and just tells stories and stuff. So, it's fun. I think the 2 hours is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody loves it. I think that the podcast has actually brought a lot of wrestlers that didn't know each other to know who each other are now, because you can sit down here and I can see you up on the screen here. There's Lobo, but I don't know who Lobo is, and now Lobo sits here for 2 hours. I can go and watch what Lobo thinks really for 2 hours. Get to know you, and then the more you this is the first time you come on. Hopefully you'll come on again, and you'll come on again, and everybody gets to be they get
We definitely
emotionally
look back.
attached to that person. So it's like that. I'm a really big fan of that guy. And then we get guys like John Gilbert that come on. They just love coming to the podcast.
What about Nick Depp?
Nick
He comes
Di-
in, Nick Depp's like, This is the only place that I want to be.
Nick
every
Depp's-
Wednesday, every Thursday.
Nick Depp is funny as shit, and then we got Marty Clay, which is an upcoming star.
Yep.
He
Current New South Exhibition champion. Not only that, but holds 4 belts.
Yeah, he's just awesome. The guy's just jacked, and he comes in here and he loves it. When he first came on the podcast, he was just so quiet.
Yeah.
He just kind of like sat over there, and we talked a little bit. But he's been on like 3 times now, and he's really
He's gotten even better at talking.
developed his character and talks better now. So it's like it's just all in fun, So
And like Bob Blaze said, the 2 hours go very quickly.
they do. We love Bobby Blade. Actually, everybody go to Bobby Blade's YouTube channel and subscribe and like and do all that stuff over there. He's trying to get to 1,000 followers. He puts all the old school wrestling from around Kentucky. He finds these old tapes that people are giving him and old wrestlers are giving him, and he's putting them on YouTube. So
That's
nice.
yeah, and then we have Donnie
doesn't
Green
wanna
in
be
here, and
bombed
the Green brothers are in here. You know Donnie Green.
Mm-hmm.
Donnie Green comes on the podcast and shits with us, and Bear Steele comes on here and talks to us, and we've had Chucky Smoove on, we've had Al Steele on.
Yeah. Bobby Green.
All those guys from KCW around here, those guys, they all live in Lexington, and they're just so fun to have in here. Those guys, just fun. Me and Donnie sit here one time, and we drunk a whole fifth of Wild Turkey together. So
jeez.
yeah, and we had liquor in there if you guys want. Yeah. So.
And Bear Steele got so drunk that by the end of it, he was just sitting there.
And there's,
Just
he couldn't-
listening
He
and-
couldn't sit upright.
Yeah.
He was,
I think he smokes his lunch a little bit too. So. We won't tell anything on Bear, but
But he also got angry that day that Donnie Green, that he told Donnie Green that I was going to get the co-host chair. Donnie Green sits up, and then he came in there, he's like, "Get the fuck out of my chair. I told you already I was going to sit there." And Donnie Green's like, "The hell you will. This is where I'm going to sit." Then he just
Donnie
kept
actually
on.
came in, and I had to miss one time, and Donnie came in and he hosted the show.
He did a hell of a job, too.
Scott Diamond hosted the show once, so these guys they love the podcast. Adrian's he loves coming on the podcast.
oh, he does.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him to co-host. I'm gonna get him to host the show
There was
at
one
some
time
point.
at a New South show, they didn't have anything for him, so he said, "Good, I'll go sit up with the NiceGuyAndy podcast group." All through the show, he was doing commentary.
He's so
extra
good on the
commentary,
mic. He's
just
so
stuff.
good on the mic. He's so good. Him and Ed Sheeran, they're just great on the mic.
Ben Sharon.
Ben Sheeran, I mean Ed Sheeran.
But that is
I
his
mean, Ed
brother.
Sheeran's pretty
Yeah,
good
that's
on
his
the
brother.
mic, too.
Ed
Yeah.
Sheeran's very
Look,
Ed
speaking of
Sheeran's
Ben,
really
there was
good.
Ben right there.
Ben Sheeran, that's yeah.
Click that Derek Neal match. You guys had him on yet?
Who is it?
Derek Neal,
Not
No.
yet.
literal Kentucky legend.
Well, if you got anybody that you think we should have on, just let us know. We'll,
If you can get him on, if you can get Derek Neal on, I mean, he's a 20-year guy. Like,
Derek Neal.
yeah, he's got just a slew of stories, I'm sure, and he knows all the guys that you're talking about,
Yeah.
undoubtedly, because he did, he wrestled in Kentucky for so long, and now it's, he's big shit in Alabama, big shit in Tennessee. So,
Eric
I
Neal.
like Derek Neal. Yeah,
Derek Neal.
Get-
Write that down.
getting to work
I
him.
like to write up, man, have a good memory.
He's got a good memory. I don't.
Working Derek Neal, it just
Yeah.
happened not that long ago,
No,
but
it's, yeah, no, it's
yeah, it's
There he
that,
is.
That first one right there.
Yeah, there we go. I found it.
You got any? You got
I
any
already knew
good stories to
that.
tell us?
How? I don't know.
Tell us, man.
It depends. No, I don't know. I feel very fortunate at this point in my career that
So,
where I'm at, the guys that I've been able to work so far.
So the name Lobo, where did you come up with that? Is it after the Marvel character Lobo?
So
or?
I do like him, but I
Yeah.
also just kind of really like wolves too.
Yeah.
Growing up in southeastern Kentucky and Appalachia, like you go to the flea market on the weekend, you see the wolf T-shirt with
yeah.
the moon and the two wolves. That Harry, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know that. And then growing up, I was a Jim Crockett kid. So we watched WCW. So during my very formative years, there was the Wolf Pack.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's just something about it when it's like, when I thought about how I wanted to be, as a performer, as a character, it was, I feel most comfortable on my own.
Yeah.
So it was very much that lone wolf mentality. And then it was like, okay, well, if I'm going to try to be this badass that, is on his own, does things his way, like, what other, what can I pull from? So I started looking at comics. I'm a big comic guy. I liked Lobo, so
Yeah.
I was like, I like that. I like his name. I like the character. I'm going to kind of take that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I was trying, to find the second half, because I was like, Lobo's good, because that gives them, it's 2 beats, Lobo. That gives people something easy to chant.
Yeah.
It's easy to remember. It's
Yeah.
2 syllables. They're very similar. But I was like, there needs to be something on the back end that kind of pulls it together, because there was the deathmatch wrestler, Lobo, that worked in the upper Northeast a lot. So I didn't want to be like, all right, I'm going to just kind of encroach on your legacy a bit. And I was talking to Casanova Valentine one night, and he was like, I really think that you need to find a good last name and stick with it. That way you're not shitting on the original Lobo, but also you've got your own identity.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, because I'd been talking to him about dropping the Okami, and he was like, I don't think that it's a good reason. This is why.
Yeah.
And so,
where did you come up with the Okami at?
Well, I've
Japanese,
studied
right?
Japanese a little bit.
Okay.
I want to go to Japan, so I was trying to learn the language during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Everyone was trying to learn something new. And then I was just sitting around one day thinking about the name. Like, before I had started doing shows again, I was still training.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, if I call myself Lobo, I want something that almost like can kind of seamlessly go into that. Let me look and see what other languages call wolf. And then I found Japanese and was like, oh, okay, it's got the long double O sound at the beginning. So really, people can just say LOBO ŌKAMI.
That's
and
right.
just kind of, it just goes smoothly into it. And then people find out, like, so
Good chant would be LBO. LBO.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. It's a nice play because it's wolf when it translates.
I actually like that
Yeah.
name
Yeah.
though.
I didn't know
Yeah,
Lobo
the-
meant wolf.
Yeah, in
I'm surprised
Spanish.
you didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't
Los
know
Lobos.
But
yeah.
that. Okay. I didn't know.
And
I didn't know that.
I appreciate your last
Johnny's
name
a smart
because
one around
I
here,
know
not
all
me.
about Okami and Japanese culture, so that was great to see that there's a wrestler that actually has Okami as a name.
Yeah, it really cracks me up though when I see like posters come out and stuff because they don't put the accent mark over the O, and without the accent mark, Okami translates to landlady.
Lobo, the landlady.
So yes, it only hurts me a little bit, and I've moved on from it. So
Bring us your rent, landlady. Landlord lady.
yeah, I'm coming to devour your rent.
That should be your line in the ring. I'm coming to evict you.
I'm going to evict you. I'm going to evict you from this ring. You need to pay me my rent. That's funny. That's cool,
That
man.
is.
And so then you so you just got back in the ring and just you trained a little bit, got back in the ring. How did you get back? Like, did you know some of the guys already, or just kind of like reached out to them?
I reached out to Ronnie Roberts, who had moved on to be head trainer at the Grindhouse Academy.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, man, I want to get back into it. What do I need to do? So he helped me out with that. And he was like, just come train where I train.
Yeah.
And I was only a couple hours away at that time. So I was like, all right, I can do that.
Yeah.
And they were doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, a 10, like a 2 and a 5 p.m. class. And I would be there from 10 till they told us to leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because there was nothing else to do in the pandemic.
So you drove from Lexington to
No, I drove from Owensboro.
Owensboro,
to
okay.
Jeffersonville because I was living in Owensboro at the time.
Okay.
So, did that and was, talking to him one day and he said, really, you just need to knock the rust off, get your character stuff straightened out, get your gear.
So how big are you? How tall are you? How much you weigh?
I'm 6'2",
6'2".
and as of today, I'm 380 pounds.
Big guy.
So,
Big guy. I mean, you
guy,
hold your weight good. You look good
Yeah.
for that, dude. You don't look
Yeah.
like a
People
That's right,
always
you look good, brother.
Yeah.
People, thank you. People always say like, you don't look like you're that heavy, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'll step on a scale right now if you've got one.
Exactly.
I'm agile. Like I grew up playing sports.
Yeah.
So
I wish your fans could see how big he is. He's a
Oh
big
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Like I never
They
really
can see
realized.
how big he is.
I never really realized like until I got in wrestling, and people would say, you know, all you need to do is use your size. I'm like, I don't know how.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
I don't remember what match it was. There was some match I did or watched back or something, but I went, oh, I think I see what they mean. The next match I had, I did what I thought I should, and people
Yeah.
were like, there, now you're finally using
And
your size.
and you're good now. Like, and you've only been doing this what 2-3 years now.
2 years.
2
yeah.
years, but like imagine when you're in this 5 or 6 years, like, you know, like when you do have your match with Zodiac, I'm sure Zodiac will tell you a lot of things because he's a big guy too, you know.
Yeah.
And then Big John Gilbert's been doing this 4 years, I think now. So those guys, you know.
Are most wrestlers his size?
There's a
They
body
used to
of
be. They used to be big guys. Like, you know, most wrestlers used to be really big guys, but
Yeah.
now they're kind of like
They're
A
kind
lot
of
of
like a Mark
smaller
size.
now, smaller guys now.
You don't have the big guys like in the 80s, like Hogan
Yeah.
and San Martino
Or the
and all
Big
those.
Show.
the big,
Yeah.
big muscle guys, you know.
Like yeah, they're not. It's not the bodybuilder physique anymore.
But there's
like,
little guys too, like
Like Adrian
Brian.
said.
Adrian's a little
Brian-
guy. Like he's not so little. I'm talking about the
Rey Mysterio.
no the guy that shit. He was Generation Next Pro Wrestling champion.
Gaston Ruiz?
Gaston LaRue. Gaston LaRue is only what 5'5" probably.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little bitty guy, but he man, I swear he does the best suplex I've seen in a while.
Yes,
Like
he
he's
does.
really good at that. And then Nate Gnarly's a little bitty guy. You know, he's tall,
Kelly
but he's
Cragen as well.
a very slim guy. He does a lot of wrestling too. Like so he's very active in the ring. Like the small guys can get in there and do some crazy moves, and then you got big guys like you that get in there and do crazy moves too.
That's what makes it unique.
Drew Dillinger is great in the ring.
And a great character, too.
Yeah.
Because a couple months ago, he released a video where they were trying to exercise the Ghostmaker out of him.
Yeah.
And every time the mask kept on come back, he said, check my left breast pocket. Mask gets bright. He's like, I told you can't get rid of it. And that's his character, the Ghostmaker, the hate child.
Yeah.
Drew Dillinger. Violence chose him. And what people don't understand is that there's room for big guys, room for small guys, rooms for all kinds of variety of wrestling.
Yeah, like nowadays it's like everybody's into wrestling. Like you got a lot of really great female wrestlers right now coming up and in this thing, and you know it ain't just but like your size and your build is it's not as typical now. Like like you're an oddity to this wrestling right now, I'd say.
And he's capable.
Yeah, I mean, like, when you look at guys, I feel like, you know, you look at people that are on TV, like, you see a lot of that 6'3" to 6'6" range still, but they're not as wide as you expect.
Yeah.
Like, there's no more of this Hulk Hogan 6'6", 280, but
32-inch
just built-
pythons.
Yeah, like
24.
24-inch
everyone has a
pythons.
much more athletic build. Like when I think of like a good prototype wrestler right now, like if I was gonna show someone like, hey, you don't really watch wrestling, cool. Like here's a Malachi Black match.
Yeah.
Here's a Seth Rollins match.
Matt Vines around here is like he has a body like that. Matt
Yeah.
Vine has a body
Matty
like
Ice now. His name's now Matty Ice.
that. Yeah.
Like
Matt-
the prototypical build for a wrestler has changed because of guys like AJ
Lord
Styles.
Crew has a nice size.
Yeah, Crew looks great.
Yeah.
He's a hard hitter, too.
See, I grew up in the 90s, so everyone I was watching was like the real big, wide dudes. you know?
like
The
Ultimate
Undertaker
Warrior and
Big Show. And,
yeah.
well, Big Show, I guess, was what, early 2000s?
Yeah.
He was in the 90s
He's also
too.
90s too,
That's
yeah.
giant.
Big Show was a great wrestler.
Or even, what was his name? Goldberg.
Goldberg.
Bill
He's
Yeah.
a massive dude.
Yeah. He wants to have his last tour here soon. He wants to have last match.
Bret Hart has his way. Goldberg won't have a last breath in him.
Oh man, he talks about that all the time. That's the only
Hart
thing he
hates
talk
Goldberg
about.
so much.
I love Bret Hart, but like that, I don't like to see Bret Hart because all the time, every interview, he always brings up Goldberg.
Listen, I get it. And I was thinking about this the other day because I saw another meme that someone had made, where Goldberg was wanting a match and Bret Hart was, they were like, there's no way this is going to happen if Bret has his way. I was like, I fucking get it too. If someone kicked me hard enough that I had a career-ending concussion, I get kicked in the head a lot, guys. Yeah. I don't want to put my hand up. I want this shit to look real. And if it's real and it really hits me, okay, cool. I've been kicked hard. But if I've ever kicked hard enough to where I have a career-ending injury, it is on site the next time I see you. I promise you that.
Oh yeah.
So I get Bret Hart still being mad
I get it too, but it's
years.
been what has it been 20 years now?
It'd be until the day I went in the ground.
Yeah. I mean,
Goldberg.
Goldberg's going to have a final match. He just is. I mean,
Well,
I don't think
he's notorious for hurting people.
He wasn't a great wrestler though.
him and Undertaker had that last match in Saudi Arabia, and that was
People
terrible.
blame on Undertaker for something.
That was a terrible match.
You could tell that Goldberg could not hold up Undertaker at all.
Yeah.
And that's about right because Goldberg never did have classic matches. I mean, name a match that you could say was a 5-star match. All you can think about is that Goldberg hits his spear, jackhammer, match is over with, his streak.
Yeah, he would just
Not
come in
really
and he would just
100%.
come in and squash people. He was just that kind of guy. He would just come in and squash people.
I mean, it was a great novelty for the time. No one
Yep.
else had done 150 plus wins or whatever,
That's right.
170 or whatever it was
Yeah.
that he
It's
did.
actually-
No one had done that.
Everybody
And
loved him back then. Like he was loved.
He was a great character for the
Yep.
time. But he's a novelty that should have been left in the past. Sorry, Bill.
When Eric Bischoff pushed him like that, that was a great.
I mean,
was
he
genius.
was. It was a perfect spot for him to be in, with everything that was happening at that point in time in WCW.
And his best match to Bob Blade was Goldberg versus DDP. That was a classic, he said.
Yeah, because Paige was a quality worker.
Oh,
Yep.
DDP was awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
DDP yoga now, guys.
If DDP could wrestle now, he's got that tall, slender build like what they're looking for. Like if DDP was 28 right now, he'd be killing it.
He didn't start wrestling until he was in his 30s, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was at a restaurant here in town once, and DDP was sitting right there.
Really?
Yeah, here in Lexington. It was crazy.
Yeah, they say he's a great guy. He helps a lot of older wrestlers get rehabbed and get back into like shape with his
Have you seen that video?
DDP
He
yoga and
helped,
stuff like
the
that.
war veteran out.
Yeah, he helped the war veteran, but he's helped Jake the Snake Roberts. He helped Scott Hall for a while. Like
Yeah, he's super in shape, man.
yeah.
Well, not Scott Hall.
No.
DDP. He's in bad shape.
Yeah.
Scott Hall's passed away.
Yeah, he
That's-
passed
yeah.
away, but like DDP, like he can sit there and like take his leg and like do like one of those.
Put it over his head.
He can grab it like
Yeah,
with his.
DDP yoga.
Wow.
Yeah, man, I bought DDP yoga years ago, and I popped in the insanity disc because I was like, I just want to see what the upper levels of yoga are,
Yeah.
and it's like one-handed handstands.
Yeah,
And shit. I'm like, okay, cool.
he's
yeah,
standing
I'll never
flat
do
foot
that.
on one foot and he can grab his foot and like hold it up like that.
Yeah, all the way up.
And it had like a split kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
DDP is incredible. Like he's got to be 65, right?
Yeah,
He
it
got to be
helped,
at least
this
60.
point.
Yeah.
it helped Jake Robertson and Scott Hall for a while.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, DDP's one of those guys that doesn't get as much credit as he should. He's putting on classic matches.
He was great on the microphone too.
Yes,
They said he
was.
he was a nightclub owner when he first got into it, right?
Really?
And then he became a manager, and then he got into. They just pushed him into wrestling, and he finally got into wrestling, became the WCW World Heavyweight Champion. He
And
never was
you can see him
WWE
at
champion.
WrestleMania as well.
He never was WWE champion, was he?
Nope.
No.
But he can't be seen at WrestleMania before his WWE career.
Yeah.
That
Do
was,
you guys
way
have
back.
all-time favorites?
Wrestling?
Yeah.
Umanga's my favorite.
Mine is The Undertaker.
I just love that he was a Samoan guy and he just come in and he was a beast. I just loved the way he wrestled. He was just so he just had all the great moves and he can do stuff that a big guy like him shouldn't have been able to do. Yeah, he was just
also
awesome.
had this. The Samoan Spike.
Samoan Spike. That was his great move. But who was your favorite?
That's
Put him on the spot.
yeah, I'm on the spot. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Lobo, who's your favorite?
Kenta Kobashi.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
I'm
nice
a-
choice.
So when it's okay, so like today it's Kenta Kobashi. Tomorrow it'll probably be Eddie Guerrero.
yeah.
Eddie Guerrero, I forgot about him.
So it bounces back and forth. Like when I was a kid, Sting, like 100%. Sting,
So many great
King,
wrestlers,
the
so
Road
many.
Warriors. Like if you wore paint or had a cool mask when I was a kid,
Yeah.
yeah, I fucked real hard with you. Then when I hit like 15 and got tired of WWE because it was the only game in town at that point, I
Yeah.
started watching Japanese wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
That was when I think like my love of wrestling really set in, and I was watching Kobashi and Misawa and Kawada, you know, the pillars, and then you know switch over to New Japan and like early 90s, like the light heavyweights.
Mm-hmm.
That's some of the best wrestling that I think that there's ever been.
So what do you think about AEW?
I like AEW.
Yeah, we do too.
It's a good alternative to the E.
Yep.
I think now at this point they're kind of finding their stride.
Mhm.
They've been doing it for what 4 years now, 3
Yeah.
years
Yep.
now.
Yeah.
So, you know, they've almost been going as long as like what Nitro.
Yeah.
So, you know, give them 3 more years. If they can get past WCW, like
I
the
think they're going to stay
WCW
doing it
run,
because like they just
they've
keep.
got all that the Jaguar money and
Yeah.
Vaughn money. Like I think that they will be the alternative that's around forever,
Yeah, I think so too.
I
I
do
think
too.
they'll be around.
or until something catastrophic happens.
And WWE is really good under Triple H.
I just honestly I haven't watched. I pick and choose certain
Did he take
matches to
over?
watch.
So Vince McMahon had a big scandal where he
I
was
heard.
paying women for sex or whatever, and he got caught. And,
Yeah. So he was
you know, it's
forced
his
to-
time to get out, so everybody knew, and they just
Yeah,
brung it
yeah,
out,
it's
you know.
just-
He's
And then he
back now,
retired,
though.
right? So he retired, and
Yeah.
then like he
Is his son still involved, Shane?
every once in a while
Shane
thought-
came
I
back
thought Shane was
at
done.
at Royal
he
Rumble.
came back to he came back at
But I thought like here recently
WWE.
he had said
Yep,
that he was
yep,
done.
This recently,
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
yeah, he came back at
jumped-
WrestleMania and
jumped
hurt
up.
himself.
He
Yeah,
jumped
yeah,
up with the leapfrog, came down, tore his quad just like his old
Oh,
man.
I saw that.
Yeah, he tore his quad, so but there's a rumor that he wants to have a last match with Hulk Hogan. Did you see
I
that?
mean, Hulk Hogan would have to have someone play Hulk Hogan to wrestle Shane because Hulk Hogan can't really wrestle no more.
They
You're
said
gonna have
that
to do the
maybe if he
cinematic
gets
match.
cinematic
true.
match or something, but yeah. So Vince McMahon like retired, and then Triple H took over
Okay.
creative, and
And Nick Khan basically is now sole owner of the company.
What was
But
what
Vince
was
is
the little
back.
the X-Pac
yeah,
what was that called?
DX,
yeah,
Degeneration
Degeneration
X.
X.
Yeah,
Generation
yeah.
X.
X-Pac is
He was the other
Sean
guy that
Waltman.
was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Him and China was there.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, they were a thing there for a while.
Triple H was the thing with her first.
Yeah, well, I knew that, but then after China left,
Yeah.
didn't they do a porno together or something?
One Night in China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest
It
in
was-
peace to China.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Rest in peace to China. She was a really
she
good.
Went, she went through a lot.
Yeah, she
A
went through a lot.
trendsetter. Like she changed everything.
She did.
Women's
Yeah, she did.
wrestling.
First
She
ever
was the
female.
first female intercontinental champion.
Yeah, yeah. But she left the WWE because she said she wanted, is what I heard, is Jim Ross said that she wanted as much money as Stone Cold. She thought she should get much money as Stone Cold.
Stone
So,
Cold.
But
yes.
everyone knows that it was them that pushed her out of the company.
Well,
because
Jim Ross
Triple
said
H-
that. He said that.
I know, but Jim Ross is just a guy that they use as their mouthpiece.
Yeah, he
The
said.
real reason is because they pushed her out because they didn't want to have to deal with her, Triple H, instead of man having drama together.
Well, they shouldn't have done that, but
Yep, that's what she said herself.
I had to get a big
But China was a trendsetter. Not only that, she was not only the first Intercontinental Women's Champion, she was the first woman in the Royal Rumble.
yeah,
And that opened the door for women like Rhea Ripley, Beth Phoenix to step to the men's Royal Rumble before they made a Royal Rumble for the women. That's a trendsetter right there.
It's been so long since I've watched wrestling that this is bringing back so many childhood memories.
it's all in
It's
fun, and
crazy.
some people be like, "Why? How can you watch that?" But it's like, it's all in fun.
Oh,
man.
I love it.
Oh
I
yeah, it's
love
great. It's all in fun.
As an adult now, I don't. I'll admit. I'll be the first one to admit I don't watch it anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm all about it. It's a great art. It's a great career.
And we still all these guys still watch.
I mean, it's pretty. It's
If you care
it's
about your
nice
body,
as a career,
it's a
but
terrible
yeah, if
career.
you
Yeah.
care about your body, your mental well-being, any sort of really normal aspect of your life, just don't do it.
Yeah. So how does it work in your life? Does it like is your wife and your girlfriend, are they really supportive of you? Or
Oh yeah, 100%. If my wife hadn't, if she wasn't on board with me doing this, I don't think that I would.
Yeah.
But she is 100%.
She's your biggest fan?
Yeah. She, has said, if you're going to do it right.
Yeah.
And while we have the opportunity,
don't
right
embarrass
now-
me out there, Lobo.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Don't bring shame to the family.
Yeah,
But
if you're
no,
gonna do this, do it good.
Yeah. It's like while we have the time right now, she's like, you've supported me up to this point. Like now it's my turn. So we got her through.
Oh, so you got a
college
sugar
and
mama.
Everything. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh,
There you
hell
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, brother.
Whatever. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Sugar
So-
mama.
Look, you fought Blair Oinks.
I fought Blair a couple times. Yeah. Now the second time, this shit didn't work on me. So the first time it really freaked me out.
Yeah.
The second time I was like, not today.
So you beat her ass, right?
I tried to.
Yeah.
She's slippy.
Yeah. Where is this at here?
This was at a show that was done in Chicago at the Berwyn Eagles Club.
Oh, okay. So you're up in Chicago wrestling too.
Yeah. So this was some friends of mine that I had met at some seminars and stuff. They had a group called Next Level Shit. So they decided to run a show and asked me to be in it. Asked me to do the scramble. So
You're a big guy, but you're in shape. Like you're a big guy, but you don't look good for like being such a big guy.
thank you. 'Cause
Yeah.
I did not take care of myself for
Yeah.
many years
Yeah.
before. So
So does this help you with like with your cardio and help you stay in shape that you're in?
Yeah, because there have been times where just like through injury or something that I've not been able to get into the gym or get in the ring, and after like sometimes a week, you just kind of feel the difference.
Yeah.
So wanting to wrestle really made me have to change my thinking on my health and my fitness, which got me back into the gym, got me back into that workout lifestyle that I had.
Yeah.
Really before the depression started setting in.
You've lost weight since I worked with you, I think, right?
Mhm. Yeah, I was well over 400 pounds when I cooked.
So you had some depression problems?
Depression, anxiety, like that stuff. Kind of. Is
We talk a lot about that on the podcast because Sean over here is a recovering alcoholic. So 8 years, right, Sean?
Going on.
Yeah, and I've had some bouts with depression too.
We
Actually,
all
we all do. The podcast helps. This is kind of like we will sit around here and we'll laugh and we're like, this is our therapy because we all get together and we'll just sit here and frickin' go at each other and laugh. Like some of the funnest shows are the pay-per-views when it's just us here and we just bullshit with each other and we say the off the wall crazy shit, and it's just like therapy for us, and it kind of keeps us like. I always tell everybody if you got depressed, and try to get you a second job or find you a passion or something.
Stay busy.
Get you a
That's
job,
right.
get you a restaurant or something. You know?
'Cause if
Oh
you
no,
don't
the
stay-
worst thing you can do is sit at home and sit in the dark.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
That's what
what I
everybody
say.
wants to do.
Yeah.
you know?
yeah.
That's
So
the
like,
worst
I'm
thing.
sure like the depression, like you having the restaurant helped your depression.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because that's like a 24-hour job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys
like,
are open from when?
We're open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Yeah, and then you're like, sometimes you're like, I'm going to take the day off, and it never happens, right?
Yeah. Well, at least mentally it doesn't.
Yeah,
I
mentally.
will say this: after 2 years of being open, I will say I'm not cooking every day like I was.
Yeah.
So the first year was brutal.
So you was cooking, and
I mean,
When
especially the first 3 months, it was getting up at 7 a.m. and then not leaving that restaurant till 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And that was like 2 months straight.
yeah,
And it was brutal.
that's very
There was
taxing.
one
on your
night
end.
I almost
like burn the place down.
I almost lost it.
Like, I'm gonna just burn this place down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you do it? Like, you just kept grinding? Like,
Yeah. I kept doing it. It was a big hit right away, so I was very. They gave me a lot of inspiration to keep going.
Yeah. So it got
Hard
really
work and
popular.
dedication.
Yeah,
Got really popular quick.
and good fans. This guy's one of the first guys to kind of come around
Yeah.
and come check it out and
Yeah.
be supportive.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
we've mentioned you on the podcast a few times too. We
Appreciate you
know,
guys.
you coming over there to
Yeah.
try you guys.
I will be honest with can I use your first name?
You should just call me Lobo.
Okay. I figured I'd ask. When Lobo and I used to work, and he said he used to wrestle, I thought he was like high school wrestling.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Pro
until,
wrestling, yeah.
until COVID, and I started seeing him on Facebook.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was like,
A lot of people don't know that there's all these little pro wrestling organizations
Yeah, like
and
little
these
circuits, yeah.
shows going on. And I think if more people, which we're trying to do, is get the word out there that these shows and stuff are happening.
Is there a venue in Lexington?
There's not one in Lexington because like the rent here is just crazy, and and then you'll have a night where you got a bunch of people come in, and then you'll have a night where you get 10 people in there, and you're wrestling. I'm sure you've wrestled in front of 9 people before.
I've wrestled in front of 2 people.
Yeah,
before.
so
I've
like-
wrestled in front of 0 people.
But
That's hard work, though.
so Anthony Presley, he owns New South Wrestling. He wanted to be in Lexington, but like he couldn't find a venue up here that was cheap enough for him to have. So he did a few 3 or 4 shows at the Ice Center, and they seen that the crowd was great, so they just kept raising his rent. And then then he had to go to Lawrenceburg, which I wanted it to be up in Lexington because that's just what I wanted,
there's
because
more
it was
people here,
good for the
too.
podcast
Yeah.
and good for him. But like he's in Lawrenceburg, and then in Frankfurt we got EW8 over there, and which
They
is
had a damn good first show.
they're having a show this Saturday night, and New South Wrestling's having a show this Sunday night. And
Okay.
for guys that are down south, UCW is having one Saturday night too, right?
Yep.
Where they having that show in Monticello?
got
I don't know. We'll look at it here in a little bit. But these guys are the shows. I wish there was one in Lexington. I wish that we could find a place up here. Like if the
Make it
podcast
happen.
ever gets big enough that I can be like Joe Rogan big, I'll have a venue up here where everybody can come and have a show. But
You'll still
that'd be
have
nice.
to be licensed.
Yeah, we'll still have to be licensed in Kentucky. You have a problem with the licensing?
I've got a huge problem with licensing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Athletic
sucks about
commissions.
that.
So Lobo doesn't wrestle in Kentucky much because he doesn't have a Kentucky license yet, right?
That's 100% the reason.
He doesn't 100% doesn't wrestle in Kentucky because of the license here. But we live here, so we have to wrestle here. I
Yeah.
guess.
It'd be in
I mean,
Tennessee.
it may change one day, but there'd have to be some interest. And right now, Indiana and Tennessee and Georgia are just such hotbeds
Yeah.
for me that
Yeah, you look like you don't have a problem getting
Yeah.
getting some gigs. So
yeah, I'm every other weekend in Chattanooga and
yeah.
Sundays wherever, Fridays wherever.
Well, that's cool,
Yeah.
man. You like traveling? Like
Oh, yeah.
does your wife go with you, or does she stay
Sometimes,
here? Yeah.
Sometimes
You got
does.
kids?
No.
No kids. Okay, that's good.
So, yeah.
That makes
I've
things
got
easier.
A dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, no kids. So a lot of the time, depending on who's on the show, I might have people with me, but most of the time it's me in the road.
Yeah.
And so, I grew up playing sports, so I was always
Football?
traveling. No, baseball.
Baseball?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the football coaches wanted me, and I just kept saying no.
No, yeah.
Yeah, you would think that a guy my size would have loved football, and I just absolutely hated being hit.
John
which is
Kruk.
hilarious.
John Kruk was a big guy like you. He played first base.
Yeah,
for-
that's what I did too.
Yeah.
I
And
played.
that's weird. You hate being hit, but you're a professional wrestler.
Yeah, now I wake up and I crave it after a couple weeks.
Nobody's
so,
hit me in a while.
Yeah,
You
I
sick
hope this guy
Yeah,
really.
you sick bastard.
I'm like, I hope this guy hits the shit out of me.
Johnny's the
and then
same
I
way,
know.
man. Johnny's been taking bumps around here. He'll let people smack the shit out of him. He'll let Big John Gilbert stick his head in the toilet. And so if you want to beat Johnny up after the
Also,
show,
let Joe Monroe chop me.
Joe Monroe chopped him. He sold the hell out of it.
Sold it 3 times.
Like he,
That's
yeah,
a good way to work yourself into a shoot, brother.
yeah,
That's true.
You better sell it. That's all I know.
yeah.
No, yeah, like I try to. I'm licensed in a couple states, but I just if I've
Where's
got
where's your absolute favorite place to work at?
I really like doing Paradigm. Like Paradigm's my home.
Yeah.
TWE is.
They actually got a TV deal, don't they? Have a?
It's on Fight, yeah.
Yeah.
So there was a big exodus of some companies that went from IWTV to Fight. They were one of them. So I really like working there. That's my home promotion. TWE in Chattanooga, I really like it there. You know,
Yeah.
they're taking a lot of chances on me and stuff. You know, I've had 2 title matches so
Big
far. Since
Big
I've
John,
been there.
he seems to be liking. He goes down to Texas a lot.
Mhm.
He seems to love going down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did one show in Texas, not this past, like when Mania was in Dallas.
Yeah.
Because I was running the roads with Big Beef a lot, so he got booked down there on one show. Ended up talking to another guy who found out he was coming there, and he was like, "Yeah, if you're coming, you're bringing anyone, I'll book you guys."
Hell yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, I'm bringing a buddy of mine. He's gonna drive us down." So that was how I got my first Mania weekend booking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doing a little show called This Is Manly.
So where's he wrestling down there, Johnny? You know,
Who?
Big John Gilbert's wrestling.
John Gilbert, Texas.
He's wrestling in some place called Biggs.
I wouldn't know.
You don't know. He
But
said
he
he
is
said it on here a
wrestling
couple
Texas.
times, but I don't know. My memory's shot sometimes. I interview so many people. It's like everything just blurs every once in a while.
But
So what's next for Big Kahuna?
Oh man.
See franchises coming out. What?
I don't even know, to be honest. I think about it almost every day, and
Yeah.
I'm just torn.
Yeah.
You know, I part of me wants to open more. Part of me wants to maybe sell a franchise.
Yeah.
I also.
So do you like the location that you're at?
90%?
90% of it. Yeah.
90%. The parking at the building is brutal.
Yeah.
But I have a lot now next door, which
Yeah.
is very helpful.
Guys, if you go over the Big Kahuna and you can't find parking, just be patient. The food is well worth the wait. If you got to park up at the
The gravel lot, 3 doors down.
3 doors down, the gravel lot, go up there and park. It's just a little small walk down there. And after you eat all that food, you're going to want to walk back anyway.
You wanna walk out.
Yeah, you want to walk it off anyway. So, guys, be patient with them over there.
I'll tell you this, though. I went over to, do you guys remember that Max Loudon Square buffet?
Yeah.
They just closed. That
Yep.
building's for sale now. So
There you go.
I was thinking about maybe I do a new venture and something different.
Something different.
Yeah, but I'm not 100% set on that yet. So
Well,
Hawaiian
let us
barbecue
know when you
buffet.
launch. We'll just
what's that?
Hawaiian barbecue buffet.
Yeah.
That's what
that sounds
that's what
good
I'm
too.
hearing.
Yeah, let us know, man, and we'll help put the word out.
Absolutely, I will. You guys will be one of the first people I tell.
Yeah, we'll help put the word out.
That's what I'm
Just
talking
bring me
about.
a hotel pan of spam masubi.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to stretch your
So-
stomach out to keep
So
up with.
what are you thinking? Like what are you thinking? Like what food is like that would be? I want to make a restaurant with this food, and I know it's going to be something off the wall.
Yeah, top secret.
Yeah. Oh, so a top secret. You don't want to give out.
I got a couple different things. One is a chili place. So out west in California, especially in Southern California, there's a lot of chili cheeseburgers, chili cheese dogs, those kind of places.
Yeah.
And you don't really see a whole lot of that here, other than the Cincinnati style.
Yeah.
So maybe something like that, or
I don't like Cincinnati stuff.
the chocolate or the cinnamon or whatever.
The cinnamon, I don't know. I
Man,
don't like
I
that.
can suck
blasphemous.
down about
You like that?
6 of
You
those
like
hot
that?
dogs.
See, I
Yeah.
like Gold Star. I like Gold Star. but-
Okay.
yeah. Do they have cinnamon in theirs?
I think they both do.
Yeah.
the
It's not
same
as much.
stuff. Yeah.
It's not as much in the Gold Star. I don't
Yeah.
think.
And then the other thing is maybe a fresh smoked pastrami sandwiches, something like that.
Yeah.
You thinking like New York style deli?
Somewhat, a little bit. There's a couple different things, maybe some fusion. Who knows?
Man, that Loudon Square
sounds
there,
good.
that Loudon Square there was for
What,
years,
30, 40 years or
40
something?
years
Yeah.
at least. When I remember going there as a kid, and I remember that place just like, because like when I was a kid, they had the best cabbage and the best fish, but like
I
when
never
I was
got to go.
when I was a kid, it was like it stunk.
Oh, the cabbage.
The cabbage, stunk. When I was a kid, but when I didn't get to really appreciate it until I was older, and then I tried the cabbage and like
And you liked it.
good cooked cabbage is delicious.
Yeah.
And then they had some fried fish. I guess it was some kind of white fish, but They had the homemade tartar
I
sauce,
love fish.
and then they had a old school ice cream machine.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
Sad I never made it out.
Peach cobbler. Like they had, well, say over here they had the buffet,
Yeah.
and then you had the salad bar, and then you had some vegetables in the middle, and then in the end you had fried chicken. You had meatballs.
I just ate and I'm hungry again.
Oh, they had fried chicken, meatballs, fried fish, like just some old school, really good
You
food.
try to make people hungry.
And then over here you had the pop machine, right? And then over here you had like cherry cobbler, peach cobbler.
That's
Oh, now I'm
dangerous.
getting hungry.
Oh man, all kinds of like bread pudding. And then you had the ice cream machines, man. I was like, a little bit of cherry, a little bit of peach, and then you're pouring all kinds of ice cream over that shit, man. That's why I got diabetes right now.
Yeah.
Ice cream's my kryptonite.
Oh man, the ice, especially the old school frozen milk. You know,
Yeah.
it wasn't like ice cream; it was like frozen milk.
Yeah. That soft serve stuff.
Yeah, and it was so cold. It had little ice crystals in it. Oh. You know what I'm talking about. You're a foodie. You know.
I love
Yeah.
it,
So,
man.
you never got to eat there.
No.
How long you been in Lexington? You've been in Lexington for a while, right?
Yeah, it's been nine years. Yeah.
Have they been gone that long?
I think they closed about 2 years ago or something.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about it until they announced
That they were closing. Yeah.
And then when they only gave, I think, a week's notice or something.
Yeah. I guess
And
the old guy passed away. I think.
Shortly after, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a line around the building, so I didn't bother.
But they had there for a while. It was really musty in there, but then they had got a. They really did. Like it was old school. Like it was old. You know, it was like old musty place.
I went and looked at the outside of the building. And I could tell it's pretty musty.
Yeah, but then they got a ventilation machine in there, and then I went in there and I was like, it wasn't the same anymore because all the good smells were gone.
And my aunt worked there years ago.
His aunt
really?
worked there. Yeah, I guess.
Really?
Aunt, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, she worked
Lexington
there
has
like
some.
years ago. They
Lexington
knew the
has good
owner.
food.
Yeah, Lexington has some good. Like what I said, Thoroughbreds restaurant. They're
Yeah,
really
somebody
good.
actually was just telling me about Thoroughbreds had the best steak they've ever had.
Have you not been over there?
No, I've never been there.
We have to go over there and have dinner
Yeah,
one night.
absolutely.
Yeah, because
Absolutely.
I've been thinking about like I miss the bartending, and I've been
Yeah.
thinking about like just going over there and then.
I feel like that's like another continent. I never go over to
Yeah.
that side of town.
Well, Mark is a great guy. It was in the restaurant was in his family for years and
Wow.
years and years, and then his mom or something had it, and then he took over, and it was just a bar forever.
Oh, okay.
And then you had Hattie. She had Hattie's restaurant around the corner, and then she got a really good offer on her restaurant, so she sold her restaurant, and then she went up there and helped him develop his kitchen.
Nice.
And man, he does have the best steaks. My friend Bill used to work there forever, but Bill don't work there anymore. But like, Mark is a really good cook. Like you guys, Thoroughbred Restaurant, Leestown Road, go over there and eat, and then go over to Kahuna and have a big Kahuna burger. But like he has like the best cheeseburgers over there. Like he just uses the good quality stuff. He knows he knows how to cook.
Nice.
You know, he's an old school cook. He knows how to cook, and he recently had some bad health, so I think he's better now. But I haven't got to get over there and talk to him. But I loved working there.
Did
And
you
it's-
guys both grow up here? Both of you?
Yeah, I grew up here. The
I moved here in '98. I've been here ever since.
Okay.
the bar over there, the bar he had got, and this is a story of his. The bar was in the movie The Flim Flam Man.
I've never seen
Nice.
that.
Yeah, so old school movie called The Flim Flam Man. The bar actually came from that movie. So
Oh,
he
really?
went over there and put it in that in there, and it's old school wood, and actually the restaurant was across the street, and then he bought this place and he put all that stuff in there. It's just he's got pictures of horses like all over the walls. You got to go over there. You'd fall in love with the
They
place.
probably got a lot of regulars, right?
Oh yeah, definitely got a lot of regulars.
They sure did.
You know, they pour a strong drink over there. They used to. I used to pour the strongest drinks. You know, I was probably but I mean, we'd get over there and I'd have fucking parties, man. And I would just sell a whole bottle of cheap ass tequila, man. It's just a whole bottle. He loved me because I was just like, it's Pedro time. So we'd have a bottle of that cheap ass Pedro I mean, God, that stuff was so gross. But we would all just take shots and lemon and lime and just take a bunch of shots. We had a great time over there. Yeah, I worked there for like 3 or 4 years. I loved being a bartender. It's one of my favorite things of all time.
Did you bartend anywhere else?
Nope. I went over there. I had a friend that waitress there, and she's like, we need some help, man. I don't got nobody to bust tables and stuff. And like we had a waitress, quit on us, and I was like, I'll come over and help, And then I went over there a couple times, and then they started asking me to come back, and I did some shifts, and I was just being I learned how to be a waiter over there. And then Hattie comes in, she's like, I'm gonna make you a bartender, and I was like, yeah, whatever, I was like, I never did it, and she's like, I'm gonna make you a bartender, and then she's like, okay, Friday, your first time bartending, just show up. And I was like, really? And she's like, yeah. So she taught me how to bartend. Like, she just brung me in on Friday and worked with me a few times, and I actually went to bartending school like after that for a little while. Okay. Lexington bartending school. I went over there, but I never passed. I didn't take the test. I just didn't. Not that I didn't pass. I just went over there and learned a lot of things that I already, a lot of the technical stuff. I learned how to pour drinks from Hattie, but and Hattie's passed away. Rest in peace, Hattie. Loved that woman. She was great. She taught me how to be a bartender. But loved the food over there. Loved her. They had a big disagreement because Mark had his meatloaf, and then Hattie had her meatloaf.
What, whose was better?
Oh, whose was better? Yeah. One night they would have on the menu Mark's meatloaf or Hattie's meatloaf, and it was so cool, man. Awesome. But I loved Hattie's meatloaf. It was so good. But that place is great. You got to go over there and eat. They have one of their steaks. This is delicious.
Nice.
Yeah.
And watching this is something that today's wrestling can learn from. The art of the sale. A lot of wrestlers today forget that they have to sell. Like right there.
That's why if you just hit the shit out of each other, there's nothing to really
real.
sell.
Yeah, because that shit actually hurts. It's like, it's real shit.
That's right.
I'm fat anyway, so it's like I hear 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm like, oh, thank God. Did I win? Did I lose? I don't know. Oh, I won? Cool. Oh, shit, I got to put my hands up now? Okay.
Yeah. I won.
I'm tired.
Hey, you got a hard-hitting style just from watching this.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had major injuries?
Not anything like too major outside of sprained my ankle in February, busted my head open last week, and shoulders messed up, neck's messed up, back's messed up, knees are messed up. Like, it's a hard lifestyle, and like it's crazy because like something can happen so quickly. Like, I sprained my ankle at the end of February. 5 days later, I was in the SCI Rumble. And that was one of those bookings that I was like, I can't drop out of this.
Yeah.
The next week, I'm debuting in Chicago. I'm like, for freelance, I
can't drop out of that either.
Drop out of this one. Oh, well, I've got this booking 2 days after that, and that's a big money booking. I can't drop out of that one.
You just got to power through.
I powered through 5 bookings on a sprained ankle. I had a month off leading up to the April 14th Paradigm taping. And I said, okay, like, Sean P. had passed away, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to chill for a month. I'm hurt. I'm banged up. Like, I couldn't turn my head all the way to the left at that point. I couldn't lift my shoulder. Like, I needed a break. So it was a nice, natural break that happened. And, I was very grateful for the break because I've felt great ever since I've come back. But, like, it's something that you've got to really take care of your body on, especially when you work like I do, because, like, I busted my head open on a brain buster just because he hit a little too soon, and as I was still coming down, he came back up, and we hit heads. Like, a normal suplex, that's not going to happen, but because I'm driving me and you down as hard as I can, like, we hit, and, like, his eye blacked, my eye blacked. Yeah. I was bleeding everywhere, like. Yeah. So.
And then the adrenaline starts going, and you're like, just get into this now.
The adrenaline's going. Like, adrenaline really helps.
You brung up Sean P. How close were you with Sean?
I loved that guy. He was around a lot when I first got into Indiana, and he was the referee for me.
Yeah.
Like, and probably always will be, just because you would feel so comfortable and safe with
Yeah.
him. And it was great because he would tell you, like, if you needed to do something, especially early on for me, like if I was down or something, and you know, he would tell you like, hey, come on, you need to do something to get the crowd back.
Yeah.
Come on, you got to do something. And then
Yeah.
it
So like a
went
coach kind of in the ring.
Yeah, because he's watching us, but he's also able to listen a little bit better than we can.
Yeah.
So, you know, he would tell me like, hey, you got to do something, you're losing them.
Yeah.
Or, hey, you're doing a great job, keep it up.
Yeah.
And like, he was always there.
So
with
it was
something.
it was kind of like all of a sudden he just passed, right? Like I don't even really know the details of it, but
Food allergy.
food allergy,
Yeah.
like peanuts or something.
Yeah.
That sucks, man.
Yeah. Just out of nowhere.
Yeah, that
I was
sucks.
at the gym one day and got him on the 17th.
Yeah, Peyton Bowman was really close to him. He said it was his referee
That was his dad.
dad. Yeah, referee dad. So
Yeah, like Sean
trained him. Yeah.
When
Sean-
did that happen?
March 17th.
Like
Yeah.
this year?
Yeah, that was
Oh, wow.
kind of around the same time I had you guys booked before.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
because I couldn't.
He couldn't do it. Yeah, he
Oh,
was.
okay.
Yeah, that's why he
It
canceled
shook
with
the
us.
entire wrestling world.
But we understand. We like it shook up a lot of people, and we had a you know
I quit.
That's-
I quit one of my jobs
yeah
because
That's
I
crazy.
needed just a break. Like I had to get it shook all of us like to our very cores. Like we still, I don't think a lot of us have still really processed it, even though I've been to probably 15 shows
yeah
without it.
yeah. And then you sometimes you look over to the ref and you're like, that's not Sean.
Yeah.
yeah.
How long
There-
was he around?
I don't know if I've ever met him, but
I think he was probably I don't remember exactly, but he was probably a 5 or 6 year guy.
Yeah.
I would hate it if I've got that wrong. So if anyone knows for sure how long Sean had been reffing, then I'd really like to know. But he was one of those guys that like he made it so much easier
Yeah.
than it needs to be.
It's a
'Cause
very-
I've had referees before where
Yeah.
it's like, dude, you're making my job harder.
yeah,
I
a very
need- I-
underrated job
Yeah, like
when somebody does it good.
yeah, because you have to be there, but you have to also not be seen. Like it's a very thankless job. Like how important the referee is to a match.
Yeah.
Like because, and there are only 2 or 3 refs that I know of and work with, like outside of Sean, that will tell you along the way, like, hey, you guys are doing great.
Yeah.
Or hey, you all need to step it the fuck up a little bit.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Because some refs you get, and they just they're there. They're just waiting to make the 3 count.
Yeah,
like
they'll just-
Sean was a part of it. Guys like
He loved the
Perch out of
business.
Chicago, like
He
Perch
loved
is in it. Yeah.
He loved the business, so he
did.
wanted it to look good. You know, he wanted
It
to.
makes me sad that he's
You know, there's
gone.
Peyton Bowman right there. You know, that everybody raves and rants about him, saying he's one of the best too, and he's a young guy in this business. How long has he been? Like 4 years or something like that.
about
3 or
that
4
same.
years. Have you know Peyton?
Yeah, I've ridden with Peyton.
Yeah, Peyton's a good guy.
Yeah, he's ref.
He used to
several
call
of
into the
mine.
show every Wednesday. He'd call in and give us updates on the wrestling, but he got so busy.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's involved with the EWA down there a lot. He does a lot of their graphic work, and he does a lot of behind the scenes show stuff
Yeah.
for those guys down there.
And
I don't know if I was
Jonathan
supposed to give that out, but
Jonathan Barnes is a
I
great
don't
one
know.
too.
yeah, Jonathan Barnes is a pretty good wrestling referee too.
He's one of those guys that won't just stand there and be just there. He'll make sure that he's doing everything by the book.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like Peyton. Peyton's a good kid.
yeah.
He's a good referee. You know, Sean
He
did
loves
good
the
with
business
him.
too. He does. He
Yeah.
loves the business. He'll call me sometimes and be like, "Hey, don't do that, man. You're getting some of the guys mad at you." I'm like, "We're a podcast, dude. We're not going by the old school wrestling rules."
Jimmy back in 03. I did 1 day of training.
Who was this guy?
Juicy Jimmy.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's
I
Juicy
love
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy Felcher.
He was Jimmy Clough. Rough, tough Jimmy Clough. Wait a minute.
But you know, we love Peyton Bowman.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the best ones. Hell, we met him again at AEW just earlier this year. It was when they were in Lexington this year. We met him backstage. He's getting shirts inside merchandise area.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We were the ones that stood out. He's like, "Well, look at y'all dressing the style and profile."
Oh,
Yeah,
when we go places, we try to be
We're
goofy.
Backstage, we were
We were in the merchandise line, weren't we?
Yeah, merchandise.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
not backstage. I wish
Yeah.
it was backstage.
We'll go to these shows and we take all the belts and stuff. We act so silly. We dress crazy and
We got noses.
yeah, we love to be noticed
Yeah,
too.
We got respect for the business, so we know how to act.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ish.
Paradigm's almost always looking for sponsors on shows.
yeah,
so
we looking
then
for
you get-
sponsors,
then
too.
You get, yeah, if you all ever are
Yeah.
ever into looking to sponsor anything, that'll get you shout outs at the show and on fight and everything. So.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
we
right.
might do that.
Yeah, they released a package for this upcoming taping, which is I think
Which
it's the
we
first time that they
we
had
do
done
pretty
that
good
in a
around here.
while.
We got a few sponsors, but like it got to where we're monetized on Facebook.
Mhm.
So Facebook, when we first started this last year, we were getting paid like $800 a month.
Mhm.
Facebook was like killing the
Really?
game. Yeah, they were paying us really good.
They stopped paying people.
Yeah, they stopped paying.
I got a buddy here in town under the name of Joe Gotti on Facebook.
Yeah,
and he had told me that
is he the one that works at the?
smoke shop.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
He was saying that Facebook changed its way.
They changed it, dude. They was
yeah.
paying me $800 a month. The podcast I was just paying the bills. We was just doing our
Yeah.
thing, and then like all of a sudden they just changed. They still pay us a little bit. We make about $200 maybe if we get lucky.
Yeah.
Sometimes they pay us like $21. Like I don't
does
know
it
why.
work? Is it off the views?
I guess it's off of we're yeah
Views off the comments, off the sharing.
yeah we're
interaction.
yeah we get monetized off the views and ad revenue. I guess is
Okay.
from like if you have ads on stuff. So we monetize for views, comments on comments, and and engagements. So
I wanted to do a podcast or something on
Yeah.
Facebook for a long time, and during COVID, like you, I
Yeah.
went and bought all this stuff,
Uh-huh.
and then ended up not doing it.
Yeah,
I just
it's-
got like spooked. and
it's
just didn't do it.
it's like it's a thing to
It's a
learn.
lot. It's
Like
a
people
lot.
think I'm going to do a podcast, but there's a
It's
lot to
not
learn.
easy.
It's not easy. You got to learn a lot, and then you got to figure out. Hey, if you're going to do a video, you got to do video, and you got to do like
Yep.
lights and
Lights,
you-
sound,
you know,
editing,
and have a
everything.
dedicated place for it because
Yeah.
there's a lot of podcasts out there that guys are doing it in their car.
This is a nice setup. Here,
Yeah.
by the way.
They're doing. I wanted to take it. I did it. I want to take it serious. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
No,
So-
this is legit. This
yeah,
is awesome.
I wanted to take it serious. I wanted to look legit. I wanted to be because we are legit, and we do have sponsors that help us pay for the place. Mainly me, but right now. But like we do have a lot of guys that are helping us. We have a guy like Joe Monroe the other day. He took a bunch of his old memorabilia and sold it on eBay for us and donated us $160.
Wow.
Yeah, and him and Kevin like so.
Kevin St. Clair.
Yeah, so we have a lot of people who help, like try to help us, but like sponsors. I need to get some big sponsors to help us, and I'm trying to look for some people, but Facebook was giving us a bunch of money, kind of spoiled me, like it's like
Yeah.
they paying the bill.
They
and,
gave you a little taste.
yeah.
Then they took it away.
So I just hammered down on fucking
Yeah.
Facebook. So and I kind of like let YouTube go by the way and TikTok. So now I'm trying to build TikTok and YouTube and all that stuff too. So we're on YouTube. We're starting doing more skits and stuff for YouTube because that seems to be the shorts seem to be
Yeah,
the way
the
we get our
shorts are where it's
subscribes and. We're trying to do some TikTok stuff. So hopefully at some point we'll be monetized on all those. We're monetized on Spotify, but we don't have a lot of views on there yet. But
You guys stream live from like different wrestling matches and stuff like
we
that?
do go
Yeah,
like
we
this
started.
weekend. This weekend we'll be going down to EWA and we'll be streaming from there.
Nice.
And then we're going down to Lawrenceburg. We're streaming from there. These guys let us come in, and they don't make us pay, and they we're part of the crew, so we do streams there, and we'll have some of the wrestlers come over and do interviews, and then we'll have some fans do some stuff, and
Sometimes we may have the owner on.
we're still new at that part of the podcast, but we're trying to figure out how to get the crowd more involved and how to figure out how to get. So when we go to the shows, we do a pre-show and try to and tell everybody to come on down. So we try to get people to come on down
Yeah.
there. So we talked about doing a stream at your place.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll do that at some point. We'll
That would be cool.
come over and get people to come over. You guys do that little eat off thing, and that would
It's
be
gonna
great.
be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun. And we do it. We mainly do it for fun, but like you have to pay the bills, you know, to be like kind of legit like this and
Oh,
have a
yeah.
studio. You got to pay
There's
the bills.
a lot of expense there, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I try to keep the expense low, you know, but like, I mean, we're gonna need new mics, new equipment at some point, you know, a
Yeah.
new camera. You know, the cameras just go bad every once in a while.
And you guys dedicate a lot of time to doing this.
Yeah, we do. And Johnny pretty much does. He does a lot of my Facebook stuff.
Nice.
Like we're on the Facebook together. I do some stuff, and he doesn't. He pretty much dedicates his life to this podcast. So, you know, so if I didn't have Johnny, you know, and Sean helps us out a lot, and you know, with all the trivia and stuff that he knows. And
If I end up ever starting one, I'm gonna come holler at you.
oh yeah,
Sounds
hey,
good.
come over and use the studio anytime you want.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, have your own show. Like, come over and we'll let you have your own show. You know,
50
if you want to
bucks a
do it
week.
on my
50
my
bucks a
platform.
week, yeah.
If you want to do it on my platform, come over and you know, do a show about food or something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
What would your show be about? Food?
Originally, I was gonna do cryptocurrency.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
But it's kind of fell off right now, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I got out altogether.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was great while I was in. you
But
know?
talking about food would be just great, I think.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I like to talk about just about anything. Wrestling, I don't mind talking about wrestling at all. I just don't know a lot about it.
Yeah. These guys know way more than I
Oh,
do about
yeah.
it. Like, you know, when we got into it, I'm the podcast guy, and these guys are the experts on wrestling. So, you know, and Sean Johns knows just about everything about wrestling. And, you know, he knows who was the main event at WrestleMania 5 or 6.
He also knows who wore what underwear and who did
I
not.
don't know about the underwear.
Yeah. What they had for lunch that day.
What was that wrestling movie that came out like 2000?
What was that, Johnny?
Ready to rumble.
Ready to
Is that
Rumble.
what it was called?
Yeah.
That was one of my favorites growing up.
So, what's the name? The lead guy in that movie, what was his name?
David Arquette.
David Arquette loves wrestling so much that he does it full time now.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
I don't know if he does it full time, but he does do it.
He tries to do it. They just did a
document.
didn't they just do a documentary about him?
Yeah, you can't kill David Arquette.
Yeah.
What,
Yeah.
what
But then
platform?
there's the thing where he gets stabbed in the neck by a dude with a
That was with Nick Gage. That was his
Nick
fault.
Gage with a light tube thing.
Yeah.
Stabbed him right in the neck. Didn't mean to. Just
Yeah, David
Where's he
Arquette-
wrestling out West Coast?
Who?
Oh,
Gage?
David Arquette.
Game changer.
Oh, isn't he doing his own thing? Like
Yep.
he's got like some sound stage or something.
I would
He's
imagine
trying
he's
to
out
build his
west.
own promotion,
Out West. Yeah.
something like that. Like he's building his own thing right now.
Well, that's cool. I'd love to have him on the podcast.
You guys
And-
want water?
Oh yeah, give me one.
Yeah, you
Thanks.
can. Hey, Freddie Prinze Jr. is going to start.
Maybe a big
Bunch
Kahuna back
too.
burger too back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta have one of those.
They're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already know that they're going to be good.
Yeah. We'll have to go over there and have lunch one day, Johnny.
Yes, we do.
Me, you, and Sean.
Yes, we do. Hey, if that challenge ever happens between you and Big John Garrett, we're going to come down there and we're going to film it.
Awesome.
I'm just gonna slide in there
Thank
one
you.
day and just be like, Harry, I've got a gallon. Thank you, bud. I'm gonna slide in there one day and just be like, Harry, give me 15 spam masubies in 1 hour.
Oh, we're
please."
definitely gonna do that. Well, we're definitely gonna set up that, and we're gonna do it on live. Like, so we're
Yeah,
definitely.
we really do need to set that up because I'd say about a year now, I've been looking for somebody to step up and try and set the record,
No.
and whoever can beat it will get up on the wall of fame, and whoever beats it just keeps happening.
I've
this-
got the perfect 8x10 for my wall of fame portrait too.
This big Kahuna burger just keeps calling my name. Tell us about the big Kahuna burger and what's on
That's
it,
right.
and why
So
we
here's-
want to have it
What-
in my belly right now.
One of the things I'll tell you is the secret to it is the burger I use is essentially all the nice steakhouses in town.
Yeah.
The company I go through, they take all the scrap and trim from those steaks and they grind it and make burgers.
Uh-huh.
So it's the same quality as these nice steakhouses.
Yeah.
And we use that burger meat, and then it's got grilled pineapple, bacon, Swiss cheese, and our house-made barbecue.
Oh my God! Say it one more time.
It's so good.
Swiss cheese.
Say it slower in a in a
Really-
say it
really
slower in a
paint a
sexy
mercy.
voice.
Paint a word picture right here, Harrison.
So you got this burger that's made with the steakhouse trimmings and really good stuff, and then you got some fried pineapple, right?
Sizzling good.
Grilled pineapple.
Grilled
Yeah.
grilled pineapple, and then you got some. What kind of bacon was it again? Some kind of fancy bacon there. What is it?
Hormel.
Hormel bacon, the fancy shit.
Black label.
And then the barbecue sauce is what?
House-made.
The house-made barbecue sauce. What kind of bun? What kind of good? Tell me it's a nice
Brioche.
brioche bun. Oh my
brioche.
God. Oh my God, it's some really good Swiss cheese. I know this motherfucker's making it with the really good Swiss cheese.
You know what the trick is with the Swiss cheese?
What is it?
Have
The
you ever been
hose?
to- You ever been to Hardee's?
I like a good hoe.
Hardee's Hardee's has that
we know.
American Swiss. It's like a white Swiss cheese. Or a white American cheese.
Oh, okay.
That's the trick.
Oh, so it's the white Swiss, the
Yeah.
fake Swiss
The fake
white,
Swiss.
fake Swiss
It's got
white
that,
American
that,
cheese.
like nice chemical American taste. to
Oh
it.
yeah,
I
guys,
love-
we love the Big Kahuna burger.
That
Big
bit of
Kahuna burger
process.
and
So
Big
tasty.
Kahuna.
The Big Kahuna burger is so tasty. It's
Oh
mouth
my
watering.
God! What else?
It's
What
making
else
my
over
belly
there is gonna like? What else over there that we?
I will say I do have a goal. It's to get that Samuel Jackson mural I have.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Pierce Birdsong. He painted that.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get Samuel L. Jackson to respond to me on Instagram or Facebook.
Does he have Does he have Cameo or whatever? What is it called?
Cameo.
I don't know.
If he had Cameo, just reach out to him and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
you know, just do
I
a
want him to
Cameo."
respond to us.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, if he's on Twitter, hit him up there too.
Yeah.
Keep on messaging.
Johnny,
Keep on messaging.
Johnny's good at talking to people. Johnny will
Yeah.
talk to anybody. He gets like everybody to talk to him. Johnny, that's your job now.
Yep.
Get Samuel L. Jackson to respond to Big Kahuna.
Or
I
just
will.
show up.
Would show up, respond, text message.
I want a
Okay,
picture
look
of
at
him
that.
next to his face.
That's right.
Yeah, we
I
want
will.
we want him like having the Big Kahuna burger in his mouth, like eating it.
Yes, that'd be the money shot right
Yeah.
there.
The
Him
money
and
shot.
the Big Kahuna burger in his mouth. And he had to do it wearing a wig that's just like the one they wore in Pulp
Oh, they
Fiction.
got the old Jerry curl wig.
So
Yeah.
what else over there? Like I know I just made a big deal about the Big Kahuna burger, but what's your dish over there that like you think everybody would everybody loves, everybody goes crazy about? Like, and what do you think? Like, what is the best dish?
The same dish I was mentioning earlier, the katsu plate. That's we sell easily on a weekday 75 to 100,
Yeah,
and on a weekend probably a little like about 125.
katsu plate.
Yeah.
Yep,
Katsu
katsu
plate. And explain to us what that is again.
So we have a machine. It's called a cuber.
Uh-huh.
You ever had a cubed steak
Yes.
or a
Yep.
country fried steak? It's got that nice tender meat. So we run pork through that, and then we bread it with panko breadcrumb, which is Japanese breadcrumb,
Oh wow.
and then we fry it about 2-3 minutes.
Shut your mouth.
Okay, that makes me hungry.
Fucking shut your mouth, man.
It's like a platter. of
Keep
pork.
on going.
It's a lot of food.
Yeah. And what else? He comes on a bed of rice or something, you said?
Spicy mayo,
Spicy?
our chili sauce that we make in house, and sweet soy sauce.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
going to have to try this.
It's right around, it's really close to your house. You know
Yeah,
where
It's
it's at.
not far from here at all.
Yeah, I know, right? We could probably walk over there.
I got here
It
in
really is
4
close
minutes.
to my
So what
house.
time you stay open till what?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock at night, guys. 9 o'clock. Big Kahuna Barbecue, Hawaiian Barbecue. It's on Liberty Road.
They
and,
open
Winchester,
at
Liberty
and,
Road.
and Liberty Road and Winchester Road. And do you do catering too?
Yep.
He does catering. He'll cater
Oh, he
your
does
party.
cater.
He
We
does
also
your-
do DoorDash and delivery.
Oh, there's DoorDash, there's delivery. You can. There's no reason why you haven't ate at Big Kahuna Hawaiian
open-
Barbecue, because this guy's a fucking awesome guy. He's gonna be in there. Like when you go in there, he might not be in there every single day, but you're gonna meet Harry. Like he's the coolest guy. He's the guy behind the register. When I met him, I thought this guy just worked here, but he ended up being the fucking mastermind behind Big Kahuna. So-
And he's always there. 11. A note. They're always open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
11 a.m. to 9
You
p.m.
might catch Lobo there too.
Oh, we'll definitely
Yeah,
catch
one
Lobo
day.
over there because we're having the first
The
ever
Subi eat-off.
first
That's
ever
right.
Subi spam how you say it again?
Spam Masubi. You could
Sa-
call it the Subi eat-off.
The Subi eat off. We're gonna have this. We're gonna
John
make
Gilbert
this
wants
happen. This is gonna be happen. We're gonna get big John Gilbert come in. Lobo's gonna face off on this who can eat the most spam.
We'll stream
And
it
don't
live.
forget.
And we're gonna stream it live, baby.
Don't forget you offered the $100
$100
prize.
to the winner.
Yeah, $100 to the winner.
See, I'm just here for the spam masubi.
Plus their picture on the wall.
He's there for the free food, right?
Right.
Plus your picture on the wall.
That's right.
Plus
yeah.
your picture on the
My
wall.
picture's gonna go on the wall regardless of if I win or lose.
Yeah, we'll have a mural over there. The first leader, the first winner.
Did we get you on the wall?
Like a picture?
Yeah.
No, we haven't.
We have Polaroids all over the wall.
I don't think we did.
Really?
We did.
Okay, you got to stop back by.
Yeah, we'll definitely come over there. I'm gonna bring these guys over there, and
Yeah,
we'll definitely
do a
have
group
some.
picture.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
Yeah,
right.
we put up a picture of all our regulars on the wall.
Oh, nice.
Big Kahuna is where it's at.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's it's like guys go over there. I mean, it's
It's close to my house. even.
local guys. It's not a chain. Like these guys, you see Harry right here.
It's one of a kind in the city too.
Yeah.
In the
Like,
state, I think.
Is it in the state
so.
too?
Yeah,
Probably. Probably
They're-
in this region.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like barbecue don't go good over in Lexington.
No.
Well, they got.
I don't think
Sonny's.
anybody's doing like I don't think
Yeah, I don't know
anybody's
what-
doing it like you. I think like a lot of I think a lot of like Billy's Barbecue was good for a long time. They were over
Blue
there.
Door is like the staple here in Lexington.
Well, I've never had them.
Really?
Yeah, I've never had Blue Door.
Yeah, Blue Door and
You
Red
never
State.
had Blue Door?
Red State's really good too. Yeah, Red State's really good.
So you never had Blue Door at all?
I don't think I've had
That's
Blue Door.
wild.
Yeah, I don't think I
They're
have.
rated like top 10 on TripAdvisor in the country.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I bet you've had.
I
City
know where they're
barbecue.
at. I know exactly where they're at, but I don't know.
Stop by.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Andy, I bet you've had City Barbecue there.
That's the same deal as me. You go into Blue Door, you'll see the owners.
Okay,
working,
yeah.
You know, it's not the owner out on his mansion hanging out.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
know?
That's what we like. That's what we like. That's what we do here. We're independent guys. So independent wrestling, independent music, independent entrepreneurs that that cook really good fucking cheeseburgers and
Burgers, to be exact.
and barbecue and we'd like everybody to be around local because that's what we do is Lexington, man. We're here, man. We're doing it.
And that's the best thing because not a lot of people have been focusing on local. They're always so tied up on.
Everybody
the
wants to
meal or
eat at
anything
fucking
big.
McDonald's or fucking Wendy's or some big fucking chain fast food like Chick-fil-A or like the Chick-fil-A has the best chicken sandwich. Well, fuck no, they don't.
Hell no, they
Thoroughbred
don't.
Restaurant has the best fucking chicken strips in town. Like, what I'm saying? It's
I
like,
had Chick-fil-A last night.
yeah. I mean, there's no problem with eating Chick-fil-A, but like, you're never going to meet the
Get
guy.
the local
You're never going to
business
meet the guy
sometime.
that owns Chick-fil-A.
No,
Yeah.
never.
Popeyes wasn't all that was cracked up either.
Yeah, I mean, fuck Popeyes, fuck Chick-fil-A. It's like, we're going to Big Kahuna and eating, man.
Damn straight, Big Kahuna's where it's at.
Yeah, all the
got-
local people, like all the people, the mom and pop restaurants around town that support those guys,
You
support
gotta
them.
tip your bartenders and servers. and
Yeah,
stuff.
tip your
Right.
bartenders, your
Also,
servers.
and support your local wrestlers.
Man, a waitress works so hard. That's such a hard job. Like, and they, you get a
It's
good one.
thankless.
You get a good one. You get a good waitress, man, or a good waiter, or a good bartender. Tip those guys because they try to do their best. Just like your wrestler, get out there, your local wrestler, buy a damn T-shirt from
Yeah,
them.
'cause local wrestlers putting their body online. The least you can do is
Do you sell
pay
shirts?
good money to
I do.
buy their
I have
shirt.
I have a What a Maneuver store. I don't have physical shirts.
Yeah, we have
unfortunately.
we have ProWrestlingTees.com. You can buy.
guys sell shirts?
Yeah,
too?
we have some shirts, but
Nice.
we haven't sold very many. People are fucking cheap, man.
I know.
I'm gonna go through an
Fucking people are
independent
chipping.
printer moving forward.
Yeah.
Though.
People suck.
I'm gonna try to
Some
just
people
have
suck.
shirts on.
I think we
hand.
all should get together and maybe like everybody should get together and try to like broker a deal with a local person.
I've got. If you all
Yeah.
want to try to do something like that, just let me know.
Yeah.
I got some people in Louisville
Yeah.
that do shirts.
Yeah, because we want some shirts, some physical ones. Just sometimes I just want to give some away, and
Yeah.
have a wrestler wear them in the ring or something. It's just.
I should have brought you guys some shirts.
But if I wish I had a really good sponsor and I didn't have to worry about like the pay around here, like to pay the bills, because that would be so awesome that we can all just concentrate on doing our creative stuff. Like you have a budget that you got to get your equipment, you got to get your ring gear, you got to get your boots, you got to have a really good car to drive. I'm sure you got a really nice car because you have to drive to this place.
Thankfully, my
Absolutely.
wife and I got rear-ended a few years ago and had to buy a brand new car.
Yeah, but you're putting a lot of miles on your brand new car, and eventually you'll have to buy a new one, and that's what we do too. We drive to these shows too, and if we could, and I get subscriptions on Facebook. If everybody for $5 a month, you guys can subscribe. We have like 10,000 followers, and we can get 200 followers to give us $5 a month. We could, we don't need much money. We could run this thing, and we wouldn't have to worry about like asking for money all the time. You know, guys, support us, like, share, comment on all this stuff. You know, if we could just concentrate on just the product and the content, you know, I'm sure you have the same thing as being a restaurant owner, because it's like a business.
People are cheap.
Yeah, people are cheap, and if Harry could just concentrate on the food, like, you know, if you could take all your effort
And not all the bills.
and all the
stuff.
bills
Yeah.
and all the politicking and
Yeah.
hey, the meat guy he's out of this kind of food this week, and
Yep.
I got to substitute this kind of food.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, it's
It really
a nightmare.
is.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Like,
Yep.
we ain't got no mayonnaise. Run to
Yep.
Sam's.
Exactly.
You know.
I run to Kroger all the time.
Yeah, I see. Like, you know, if you guys ever want to meet Mark that owns Thoroughbreds, go to Sam's early in the morning.
You'll see him up
Yeah,
there.
he's be up there. Like, if you guys,
I'll probably
if you,
run into him. up
yeah,
there.
exactly.
Oh,
You'll,
yeah.
if I'm ever there in the morning, I'll introduce you to him.
Yeah.
Because he's always at Sam's or Costco in the mornings. Like, you know, he's getting food. You're probably there early too. You guys, if y'all want to meet any of your restaurant people,
Yeah,
go to Sam's early in the
That's
morning.
right.
There's like 20 restaurant owners out there just walking
Go to
around.
Sam's or Home Depot.
Yeah, yeah,
One of the two.
exactly. So yeah, Home Depot, you got to fix shit. Yeah,
Constantly.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Constant.
Guys, you don't understand, like, the small business guy, how much he puts an effort into his business, and because he loves it, he wants to give you guys the best food, the best small business guy. As far as a wrestler here, he's got his own small business. He's Lobo. That's his brand. He's putting his whole heart and his whole body into this, guys. Buy a fucking T-shirt from him.
At
Go
least
over
you
there
can
and
do
buy
it.
a fucking big Kahuna burger. You know, subscribe to the Nice Guy Andy podcast. Give us a like, share, and comment just
I mean-
to help support us all.
I mean, content isn't free.
Yeah.
You want to entertain the fans, but also the fans got to understand they got to also support you to get that content.
Yeah.
So they got to support Lobo. They got to support Harry.
I mean, you know how many really good wrestlers is just stopped because they didn't have the budget to keep doing it. You know.
That was me.
Yeah,
In
you
2018.
quit in 2018 because you didn't have the budget. You know, and now you have a beautiful wife that helps you out. You said that you guys work together and she supports your deal, and that's what has to happen. You know.
She's got a way cooler job than I do, though.
Yeah.
So
Is she still doing that horse stuff?
no, I kind of took that over.
Okay.
She works for Warner Brothers.
Nice.
Yeah, so she does. She's world developer on the Wonder Woman game.
Wow.
That they're doing.
That's a big girl
Wow.
job.
yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why
Congratulations
I'm able
to her.
do.
Yeah, cool. That's
that
awesome.
That was.
Shout out to
you
her.
know,
Shout her name out. Tell
Yeah,
everybody
that
who she
was
is.
that was Lacey. That's my wife. Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Lacey.
Shout out to
We
Lacey.
applaud you, Lacey.
Congratulations.
So she's been doing that. She's a fucking rock star.
And thank
at
you,
it, of course.
thank you for supporting Lobo and his dream too.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
yeah,
So,
and I'm sure he's done the same for you.
yeah,
Same for her.
got
Speaking
her
of-
through a bachelor's and a master's, and then a half of another bachelor's. So
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
What are you saying, Johnny?
Speaking of local, True Story just popped in.
True
Yo,
story.
he said.
True Story is a local. He's funny as fuck, dude.
He's
He's
a
been on the
local- he
podcast
was
a couple
a-
times.
he
He's a
was a
local
comedian.
rapper, musician. He's a comedian. He's funny as hell. True Story.
That's right. And,
We gotta have him on sometime. 'cause-
and just so you know, don't leave your lighters laying, because if True Story sees a lighter, you best
is.
believe he's taking it, and he's probably gonna
Light
run
your
home
feet.
with it.
He's gonna take your lighter, yeah. We gotta have you on, True. Thanks for watching, buddy. I'm sure you got a lot of stories to tell us since last time you've been on here.
Guarantee it.
Yeah.
I mean, he recently had his lighters stolen from him.
Yeah, I know, I've seen that.
The guy took off running. He's like, "Ain't that a bitch?"
He had the ankle monitor on. That's funny.
And he couldn't get it back, so.
Guys,
it's gone
we've been
now.
on here close to 2 hours right now. So at this point, guys, I let everybody say their last words, and you can shout out anything you want to shout out. Tell anybody about your local, your social medias. Tell everybody where you're going to be wrestling at. Talk about the Big Kahuna Burger. Talk about everything. I'm gonna let Johnny go first, and Johnny's going to show y'all how to do it.
That's right. That's right. I just want to say thank you to the fans that tuned in tonight. Bobby Blade, always a pleasure. John Gilbert. We're going to hold you to that challenge that you offered to Lobo. You got to do it now. And I want to thank LOBO ŌKAMI for coming in. It's been a pleasure to have you, brother. Harry, it's always great to have you. and we want to get you back one day.
Absolutely, anytime.
You can host your own podcast at some point.
Andy,
Yeah, say something really
I just
good
wanna
about me.
say-
Say some
I
good
just
shit
wanna say-
about me,
I just
man.
want to say, this man right here is the best damn fucking podcast host in the world.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Shut up, Sean.
That's
It's
his
the
job. His
It's the greatest
his
one.
first job on the podcast
It's the
was
greatest
kissing my
one.
ass. So
The greatest one, the greatest podcast host right here. Sam Trippiani loves this man.
he kisses ass better than anybody, and he's the best trash guy in town. He'd take the trash
That's
out,
right.
and if the trash can, like, go back and look at the reels. The trash can acts up, he'll beat the shit out of that trash can.
Yes.
So who wants to go first? Lobo, you want to go first? Or Harry, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll just say thank you guys for having me on here, and
Problem, brother.
as much as I was terrified to come on here because I thought I was going to be, the black sheep of the podcast. 'Cause
No.
I don't know anything about wrestling,
No.
but you guys talk about a lot more than just wrestling. It's been a great time. It's really good to see you.
Yeah, it was great
And-
seeing you.
And hopefully, I hope I can come back. I hope you guys can set up shop at the restaurant.
Oh, we'll definitely come and do a
we'll-
live over there.
Yeah, and we'll do that. And hopefully, I can see you guys again soon.
Oh yeah, thank you for coming on. We
Come-
appreciate it.
Come eat at Big Kahuna in Lexington, Kentucky. Hit us on Instagram, order catering, give us 5-star reviews on Yelp and Google, and support your local business.
There you go.
That's right.
Lobo, you're next.
Yeah, first of all, thank you everyone that listened. Thank you guys for having me on. This was really great. It was awesome getting to see Harry again. We have different lives now, so it was good getting to catch up again. What I've got coming up next Friday, June 9th, I'm in Jeffersonville, Indiana at the Arena, 1416 Spring Street. It's me and Tom Lawler, Portal to Pain match, best 3 out of 5 doors. And then, after that, it's just a lot of TWE, more Paradigm. Got Retinal coming up, so if you're in Nashville, Birmingham, in that area, Chattanooga, I'll be down there. I want to give a shout out to Poison Pen Tattoos. They sponsor me. We've been watching a lot of older matches tonight. I'm wearing old boots in those. We talked about gear and equipment and stuff being something that's expensive. They stepped up, bought me a new pair of boots, so I've been wearing those the last couple of months. They sponsor me, so
Who is it again?
It's Poison Pen Tattoos.
Poison
They're here-
Pen Tattoo. Where are they out of?
They're here in town. Oh man, he would be so mad at me. for
Poison
forgetting
Pen
where
in
it's
town
at.
here, guys, in
That's
Lexington,
right,
Kentucky.
yeah.
Get over there and get a tattoo from old dude. He's a wrestling fan. He supports wrestlers. He loves Lobo.
Yep, ask for Leon Kress. He is the owner. He'll get you squared away.
That's cool because my middle name is Leon.
Yeah.
My son's name's Leon.
That's
And tell
awesome.
him
Yeah.
Yeah.
that Lobo
Yeah.
sent
So
you.
yeah, tell him that I sent you.
Poison Pen.
Poison Pen.
We'll
Tattoo.
definitely shout you out again, Poison Pen.
Yep. I think that's all that I've got. Thanks for having me on.
No, thank you for coming. We appreciate you. And check out all the Lobos appearances here soon, guys. Get your ass down to Nashville. Nashville's not very far from here. Tennessee wrestling's just as good as Kentucky wrestling.
Oh
What
yeah,
say
yeah,
you?
yeah.
Advice, Sean?
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say you can find me on socials. Lobo Okami
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
on Facebook. Lobo Okami Wrestler on Instagram, and then Lobo_Okami on Twitter. Please follow me.
Guys, go over to the
Maybe.
Nice Guy Andy podcast on YouTube and subscribe, like, and share all the Facebook stuff. Go to YouTube, subscribe. Go to Bobby Blade's YouTube channel, Fandito's YouTube channel on Facebook, on YouTube. Subscribe. We need all the subscriptions we can get, guys. Check us out on TikTok with Nice Guy Andy Podcaster on TikTok. That's my personal TikTok. We've been some funny stuff over there. Check out the shorts on YouTube. Check out Big Kahuna Burger. It's just right over there on Liberty Road and Winchester Road.
Or Crackly Neighbors.
Guys,
Yeah.
go over there and I'm telling you guys, support Big Kahuna Barbecue, Hawaiian Barbecue, because if we make Harry rich, he's going to open another restaurant in Lexington for us.
And I'll sponsor the show.
And he's going to
That's
sponsor
right.
our show. He'll be a sponsor of our show. Make this guy rich. We may just push you anyway to help us. So we're going to go over there. We're going to be doing a live at Big Kahuna Burger soon as we can. We're going to fix that up where Big John Gilbert and Lobo face off on the Spam.
Yeah.
Spamasubi. They're going to have a eat off. So guys, we're going to be at EWA in Frankfurt on Saturday night, guys. If you guys want to come down and check us out, meet us, meet all the wrestlers, come down to that show is incredible. Adrian Alexander puts on a hell of a show down there. Elite Wrestling Alliance, guys, get down there. I think the tickets are very cheap. Get down there and the Thornhill?
The Thornhill Education Center.
Thornhill Education Center. That gymnasium is one of the best places around Lexington to watch. Wrestling. Larry D is having his. Is it the last? What is it called?
Last match will be November 4th.
I know, but he's having his thing down at.
Sunday will be the Larry D Hall of Fame Bash.
What's it called?
Hall of Fame Bash.
Oh, okay. The New South Hall of Fame Bash down at Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. New South Wrestling is throwing a big bash for Larry D. We're going to be down there Sunday, guys, too. If you guys can come down, tickets are very inexpensive. I think they have family deals. They had a hell of a concession stand down there. I think they're selling beer.
Yeah, they're selling beer.
Selling beer down there. I'm not going to tell you what kind of beer it is because people be hating on that beer, but you can get down there and drink some of that beer. But
People are
they're just being silly about the whole beer. Get down there and drink some beer down there. I think hopefully Donnie Green will be down there.
Oh, he was last time out.
Hopefully he'll get down there this time. We're going to be doing a live down there, guys. Get down there or see us, meet Nice Guy Andy podcast. Hopefully we'll have a damn mouse down there at some point to get. Hopefully we can get him to come with us. But we'll get one of the mouses there. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything else to say. What else? You got anything to say, Sean? No.
I'm not feeling very foggy.
He's not feeling very froggy today. Everybody, prayers for Sean. He's not feeling very froggy, but
one day he will get frog.
He will get a frog up his ass one of these days. He's like going to be jumpy again. So, guys, I don't know what else to say. Thank you, Harry.
Thank you for our call.
We're definitely going to try to eat at your place more. Lobo, thank you for all the stuff that you do in the ring, man. And a Poison Pen tattoo place. Get over there and check that out. I think I might go over there and get me a tattoo myself. His name's Leon. I trust people named Leon.
You got plenty of places to get tattooed.
Yeah, what are you saying?
Right
is that a
here.
fat joke? What is that? Fat joke?
No, it's not a fat joke.
Yeah, you want me to get a big tattoo on my fat ass? Is what you're trying to say? Johnny with the fat jokes.
Andy.
You know, Andy, I'm a good guy.
I can't help it. I can't help that you're bigger than me.
Your trash can sucks, Johnny.
No, your trash can sucks. Okay.
If you're not having fun,
you're not getting none.
Damn, Skippy.
Yeet.
Nice Guy Andy podcast. Soul Face Records Radio.
That ain't what your mama said.
Watch the Nice Guy Andy podcast.
This is a Zodiac. I'm telling you now, meditate, elevate, and dominate. Do it with the Nice Guy Andy podcast.
Hell yeah. Thanks, man.
Anyways, you guys go on your little rinky-dink bullshit podcast.
Appreciate you guys.
Hey, True Story, get with us. We'll get you on the show.
Hey, we got you a person that's going to eat there. True Story.
Oh, yeah, he said he's going to come up there and eat.
True Story. Tell him that Nice Guy Andy sent you.